Alright, hello, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the stream. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today we are back in the wonderful world of Guild Wars 2, which is Tyria, by the way. Did you know that? Hello there. Welcome back. I'm currently connected to the EU servers, as I am most Tuesday mornings, visiting our friends from across the pond, and I'll be back on the North American servers later this evening. Hi, Muck. Hi, Zonix. How you doing? Chip Wars Tuesday. That's right, Great Fox. Chip is currently a loaf out in the living room, so he's not within a camera shot, but he's around. He is around. Let's see. Welcome yourself. Welcome myself, indeed. I saw it was rare. I didn't even know what the app was for. I was so distracted for it. Wait, what was that? Hold on. Scrolling up. Might have to sub because of the new fleshy cowboy head ad is freaking me out. Wait, what? I guess that's in reference to some Twitch ad. I don't know what that is. Hopefully tomorrow I will have internet working. I mean, hopefully every day you have internet working. Okay, let's see. I just realized my Blish HUD overlay is not currently active. Give me just a second here. I'm gonna tab out and turn this on. Where are you, Blish? There he is. Okay, that wasn't my Windows, that was your Windows. And if you're on a Mac, it was still your Windows. All right, just waiting on it to boot up. Some guy's creeping on me. Alright, I'm just waiting on the Blish icons to appear at the top. Good boy Chip just being a loaf. Yes, he is working very hard. Boop. Alright, there we go. Alright, now my Blish hotkeys are working, which I'm accustomed to. Playing without them is very difficult for me at this point. Okay. Get this. Today, I believe I'm going to finish my third Klob Jarney. Despite the fact that lately I've been playing like 1 day a week. I've almost made 3 of these legendary spears since the Janthir 3-month update. So that's, like 1.5 spears per month. It's pretty crazy. Muck really likes the new spear. It's really straightforward to make. Like, if you're spacing out the time, like, you know, some this week, some the next week, etc., it does not take a lot of in-game hours to make it. So, I'm surprised at how many of these I've been cranking out. You're almost done with your Klob journey? My third Klob journey. I have 2. Much you finished Chrono Trigger. I finished it, like, I put it down. I didn't clear the game. I cleared like 90% of the game, and I got to a boss that's like a 30-minute boss fight. And 20 minutes in, she does an attack where she gets everyone to 1 hit point. And then if she takes her next turn before you take your next turn, she kills you. If you get your turn before she gets her turn, then you can heal or use a potion or something. And anytime you wipe there, because of just she goes first, you have to redo the 20 minutes of that fight you have already done. And so I attempted that fight like 3 or 4 times, spent like an hour and a half on it, and just kept dying to the same stupid RNG, and was like, alright, I'm done. Like, it was an okay game. I was mainly playing it because the community had, you know, highly voted it, and they really wanted me to, but I didn't love it. And that was just incredibly irritating. So, like, I was going from, like, not minding playing it to actively not enjoying it. So, yeah, I put it down. Hey, Muck, what JED bot array and service chip are you using? Man, I haven't changed that in ages. What do we have in here? Magic Trophies and Treasure Hunter Protocol is what I'm using. What you need is a game you enjoy. Might I suggest Spider-Man? At some point. We got a few other things to clear first. Today is Balance Patch Day. Pretty sure... Wait, Balance Patch Day? I know the next major update is March 11th. Was the Balance Patch today? The one that's like nuking World v World? I know March 11th has a major update. You're gonna make me Google it. Hang on. GW2 upcoming updates. Let me see. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Next skill is to obtain. Where is it? Hang on. Found it. February 11th. Okay, yes. February 11th, the balance patch is the one where they are nuking lots of classes in World v World. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that is today. But then the next Janthier update is the 1 month from today on March 11th. You can loot multiple guild halls. Yup. As long as the guilds have different level of an upgrade called synthesis output, you can farm up to 5 guild halls a day, which is how I get a lot of passive income. Hello, Mucka Chat. Hello, Theo. How you doing? Alright, and next guild hall. Is Janthier like a Living World season released in bits and pieces? No, not quite the same, because Living World seasons don't typically have, like, a major thing that impacts the entire game, with the exception of, like, Skyscale. And even that you can get from Soto now. Janthier did release with 2 full zones. And it also released with some other stuff that impacts all the game modes, like the release of spears, you know, a new weapon for every class, things like that. But there are more zones being added throughout the year of Janthier. How do you ever know the guild hall resource level? If you are... You might have to be an officer to do this, but if you talk to this guy... It's this upgrade that looks like an orb. Synthesis output 1, 2, 3, or 4. So a guild can have synthesis level 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's 5 different options. 0 through 4. And if you can't see that, you could ask someone. But the short of it is, if you mine one guild hall, and then another one shows is also mined, they're the same level. So I'm in a guild hall with output level 4, I'm in one that's level 3, one that's level 2, and one that's level 1. So I can farm 4 different guild halls. Could farm 5 if I put my mind to it, but never really bother. Okay, done with that. Alright. Mike, have you ever recorded exactly what 1 day of your daily gathering makes when converted to gold? Yes, but it changes. You know, it changes over time. Because the price of all the items I'm getting shifts. So, like, in the exclamation daily video, well, I've made the daily video multiple times. There's, the most recent one was the how I get rich, or how I stay rich in 10 minutes a day or something. And before that, there was one that was like my daily routine or something like that. And I think the daily routine one showed it down to the copper. But the prices shift like every single day. Like if I recorded that again, by the time it was done being edited, it would be off again, so. Getting 6 new nodes to the homestead will be nice. Where did you see that, Drev? 6 new nodes. Muck is an awesome raider. I'm okay. Rare occasion to look at Purple Muck. Yeah. He's guarding this chest. It was announced in the March 11th stuff. Okay, so the announcement I see for the March 11th stuff is this right here. And it says, the update will include the Raid CM, new map, story chapters, relics, mastery updates, and lots more. Where do you see the thing about the 6 new nodes? Oh, it's in a separate post. Okay, cool. They've officially said it. I could talk about it. All right, yes, they are adding 6 new gathering nodes to the homestead, which I'm really freaking excited for. But I didn't know that was public. Why delay the LCM? Because it's not ready yet. Yeah, it's been a while since they added nodes to the homestead or home instance, but we're getting 6 at the same time, which is pretty hype. Pretty hype. What are they adding? The exact nodes have not been revealed. What are the... Okay, what was the last time they added... Was the last time they added a home instance node the scrap from Drizzlewood? Or was there something since then? They didn't add any for Soto, so they could add some for the Soto specific, the zone stuff. So they could be Soto stuff and Janthier stuff. Like, for example, with Klob Jarney, Janthier specific stuff, there is... Oh, I can't see it from here. The stuff that makes, like, the sweet treated pine planks and things like that. There's, like, the flowers, and then there's, like, the Titan ore, and, like, all of that. Prismaticite was IBS. On the other hand, I got a reaction to Hard Eyes from Ruby today. Guess she really liked my homestead pictures. Nice. Pine logs, honey flowers, Titan amber, Titan ore, but that's 4. I heard there will be a Guild Wars 3. What do you think? Is that true? Side story, that right there is a video where I talked about my thoughts on the Guild Wars 3 rumors. The TLDR is that's unfounded. If it happens, awesome. I'll be there. You'll be like, yo, Muck, you were wrong, you idiot. I'll be like, I know, isn't it great? You know, like, I'm going to be happy if I'm wrong about that. However, right now, I think it's just unfounded rumors. But there is links to a video where I talk about that. If it is coming out, they haven't even announced it. And after they announce something, it's usually another year plus before we see it. So even if they are making Guild Wars 3, it's nowhere close. Because we haven't even heard anything yet. Okay, has this been mentioned? The 6 nodes? Yes. Yes, it has. Yep. This is good, though. Yeah, we were talking about that a few minutes ago. Mugged on Guild Wars 3 because he has an NDA from ArenaNet. I do have an NDA from ArenaNet, but not on that topic. If I can't talk about something, I'm going to be cryptic about it. That, I'm flat out telling you, I don't think that's a thing, and I don't have any NDAs on that topic. So if it is a thing, I'll be as surprised as you are. Guild Wars 3 confirmed Buck has NDA. Mm-hmm. Post it to Reddit. Oh my god. So if you suddenly shut up about it, you have an NDA on it? Or I could just start lying about it. I could start being like, no. They're not going to do that. They're making a new Blade and Soul. What are you talking about? Okay. Alright. That's the routine. Do you want to do Raid? Raid Shadow Legends? Or something else? Guild Wars 3 will announce on Monday, obviously. Let's just say that. Guild Wars 3 will announce on Monday? They don't do announcement on Mondays. What are you talking about? Okay. I've got too many ice shards. I need to get rid of some of them. They're spilling out. Are you going to try BS Neo? Is BNS Blade and Soul? I can only guess that because I just made a joke about it. No, I actually don't know anything about Blade and Soul. I've never played it. Raid Muck Raid, we need the edge from Deimos. We need the edge from Deimos. Oh my god. No. Not currently the plan. Wait. I bought the wrong thing. What did I just buy? What the hell? No, I meant to get this. I bought ice shards instead of spending ice shards. There we go. Okay, that's done. Alright, Arborstone. I'm having trouble finding all park spots for Soto. The spots I have parked in Soto are basically just getting me Soto currency every day, which I might not ever need. Like, if I ever want to make another piece of obsidian armor, I can with not much effort. Wait, what's going on? I can't dismount. Okay, now I can. That was weird. I was hitting the button to dismount like 10 times. Okay. To be honest, if Guild Wars 3 is happening, it's probably just going to be Guild Wars 2 being ported over to Unreal. It also wouldn't be surprising seeing as they just had a whole team of employees using it for the Horizon MMO. Clean your bags. Dude, there's so much room in here, dude. Look. I could play for another week. It's fine. I saw some buffering on stream. Not sure if it was just me. If it was and I couldn't dismount, I might have had my internet lag or something. Where's the patch? It's probably like 90 minutes out. Still a bit away. Still a bit away. Okay. Let's see. Go back to this right here. Alright, so the main thing I need is Gift of the Ursus. And to get that, I need 13 more Curious Mursot currency. I think that's it. I think I'm 13 Curious Mursot currency away from finishing this Lego. Which means, well, I need to do a few things. We're gonna go up here. I wouldn't mind another optimization overall at some point. With new patch, Quick Scrapper will be even better at maintaining quickness, thanks to adding world finishers. That's true. It's silly that world finishers were never part of it. Win the giveaway? Not doing giveaway right now. Do you think we will need Mursot runestones from the backpack for Janthier Wilds? I'm not sure if I should keep 250 I have left. Possibly. Here's the thing. No one knows for sure. If we need Mursot runestones for the backpack, the price of them will... I don't know if it's going to be a drastic amount, but the price will increase the moment the community finds that out for certain. Because right now, there's only one thing they're used for, and we have way too many of them, so the price is really cheap. If there's a second thing we need them for, the price will go up. I don't know if it's going to go up an insane amount, but the price will go up. And... yeah. If that happens, then, you know... I'm looking forward to seeing if the Ranger Spear feels better after the buffs. Let me know if it does. I think it was only in game modes I didn't care about they were doing, wasn't it? Hold on. I'm looking at the patch notes. Ranger. There it is. No, it was PvE. Never mind. Drake Swipe, buff in PvE, Wyvern Lash PvE, Cheetah Strike PvE, Bee Sting PvE, Wolf's Onslaught PvE. Okay, so yeah, there was a lot of PvE. But then Spiderweb, Panther Prowl, Falcon Swoop, and Owl's Flight were buffed in PvP. Falcon Stoop and Owl's Flight were buffed in World v World also. But there was a lot of PvE changes. Mesmer Dagger nerfs are said. Yeah, it's a shame that they still have a pulse. They should just take the dagger away. Okay, I need to find some events here. It can be... what is that thing? Is that just a rift? That's fine, I don't need that right now. I need to just find some events and get 13 more of those Mursot thingies. That's my current goal. Hi Mock, I quit Guild Wars 2 towards the end of Soto. Are there any meta spear builds currently? Oh yeah, tons of them. Yep. There are meta spear builds for various classes in every game mode. It's just whether or not you enjoy playing them that is the question. Except Ranger. Well, today might change that. Today Ranger Spear is getting a few buffs, so... I don't know if it's going to be enough to surpass the other stuff. The problem with the Ranger Spear is it's a power weapon, so it's competing with Greatsword, main hand axe, offhand mace, offhand mace, hammer, longbow, like there's like 7 other weapons that are competing with it. So it has to do as good or better than them to be worth even thinking about using in a PvE scenario. So that's kind of where it is right now.
The tingle in my ears, the shivers down my spine, the chill on my breath. It's all jackpot. Watch out.
I mean, watch out. I really like Honeyren Spear. Yeah, there is quite a few classes that love their spear builds. For sure. Muck, let me buy a Gen 3 pistol off you. I'm not currently selling a Gen 3 pistol.
That's not good. Should probably cut those elementals down before they take their little party straight to camp.
What is my guy talking about? I'm fighting ghosts right now. I love Mace Mace's sword axe swap for open world. I'm using Mace Mace hammer for open world. I really like it. Sword axe heals all. Yeah, sword axe I believe does more damage than hammer, but it has, I think, what is it? 3 of its 5 abilities make you lose control of your character. So I really don't like how it feels to play it. It's a lot of just staring at your guy do animations. Wait, what the heck? I like sword axe. You have mobility, which is nice in a full melee build. I mean, watch. See this? Like, the hammer gives mobility also. It's just the sword has 2 small jumps and the hammer has 1 huge one.
That's the last of them. Excellent. Not only was my equipment's
Also, I like that while doing the hammer spin, you give yourself stability. Relentless whirl. It gives yourself stability when you do it, so.
Data analysis. Genthier is full of secrets and mysteries, but very few have this sort of access.
Did you ever play FF14? The only Final Fantasy I've ever played was FF16, which was pretty recent. There's a full playlist of me playing it on the Mukluk Plays YouTube channel if you're interested. That's the only FF I've ever played all the way through. That was pretty recent. I would say, loved the game, very enjoyable gameplay, hated the ending. That's my TLDR. '14 is the MMO. No, well, I think 11's an MMO too, isn't it? But no. Well, no, okay, hold on. That's inaccurate. I think I played 14 for like 10 hours. I played it for like a chunk of a weekend, and when it was like free to try, and it did not really stick with me. Like, it didn't, I didn't like it enough to keep playing. The main things I remember, because I started at level 1 and just went from there. You know, like, I didn't, like, use a boost or anything. I just started from the beginning. The main things I remember was, like, in the early game, like, in the first town, there was invisible walls everywhere. Like, I'm used to Guild Wars 2, where I can, you know, hop over the railing of a staircase and jump off a balcony if I want to. But no, it was just like, it felt like there was baby gates. Like, I was extremely restricted on where I could walk and not walk moving around the town in FF14. And then the other thing was I was playing a... Whoever gets a carbuncle some kind of summoner or mage or something. And I do know that they have overhauled the class and changed it greatly since the time I tried it. However, I will say that when I tried it, that is the worst pet class I have seen in MMOs. And I'm including comparing it to EverQuest 1999. It was worse than that. So it was pretty terrible. Now, I think they just, it's not even a pet class at all. It's just like the carbuncle is just like a conduit at this point. So it's like they just gave up on even it being a pet class, which is pretty sad. What's this class? Mist Burned Flora. Get back here. Oh, these things are running all over the place. Alright. Are you going to play Blade and Soul Neo when it comes out this month? I had never heard of it before, like, this stream. You're the second person to ask me this stream. I had never heard of it before that. So, I mean, maybe? I don't know anything about it. I really like those area title cards. Is that something unique to Janthier? What's up, Zitteron? No, it's a little overlay program called Regions of Tyria. If you do exclamation Blish in my chat, there is a link that'll come up that is a bunch of guides I've made for the Blish HUD team. And one of them is called Regions of Tyria, and that's what does the thing that you're asking about. Thanks. Sure. Morning, Mucket Chat. Morning, Bluebell. Alright, oh, hey, Cap, what's up? I'm glad to hear I'm not the only person complaining about long static animations. X5 on Ranger, though, at least blocks projectiles. You aren't immediately dead once you press it, and you aren't expected to root yourself with it every 6 seconds or so. Okay, I'm done crying. I mean, yeah, if it blocks projectiles, there's tons of things, though, that can bump you and interrupt it.
However many years followed, 2 years subbed Mukluk Bobble.
Hey, Floxes! Yo, 24 months. Thank you for the support. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chad, have you heard about Twitch Prime? Floxes has. You can use your Amazon Prime to use a free sub and support a streamer of your choice. Like your favorite one. Or Mukluk. Oh my gosh, I hate how these things run away. Any pet class I stick for longer was Summoner from Aeon. I believe it's called Summoner. Gosh, it's so long since I touched that game. Never played Aeon. Favorite game for minions? I mean... It depends. Like, can we define a genre? Because, like, Path of Exile, I can have an army of 99 skeletons. You know? Same with Diablo 2.
You son of a muck.
Those are not MMOs, though. So, like, ARPGs, Last Epoch, PoE 2, PoE 1, Diablo 2, like, those are all games where I can have just an absolute army of minions if that's what I want to do. Hang on a sec. Okay. You can support your favorite streamer or Mukluk with Twitch Prime. Yes. Guild Wars 1 Necro had nice minions. Guild Wars 1 Necro was solid. Not my favorite, though. Certainly not my favorite.
I was right in tasking you with this.
But it was a unique and fun experience.
Using what was gathered.
Alright, how many Mersat thingies do I have now? Okay, I need 5 more. ESO Necro was fun with Skellies. I disagree. ESO Necro wasn't even a pet class.
Did you have a build video for what you're currently playing? Also love watching you for comfort streams. You have created such a great community. Mukluk, love Mukluk hype.
Thank you for the very kind words. I appreciate that. Hold on. My web browser is being very slow. I do have a link for the Untamed thing. YouTube is being very slow. Jesus. Hang on. Okay. Search. Okay, here we
21 months of using quickness as an engineer.
All right, there we go. That is the link to the guide, the guide for the video. Oh my god, the guide video for the class I'm currently playing. That. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, Necro and ESO. Necro and ESO would summon a giant golem made of bone and climb into it as if someone said, Shinji, get in the damn robot. Okay? It was cool. It was neat. It wasn't a pet class. It was a mech warrior. Okay? That was the ESO Necromancer. Alright? Very cool. Not part of this conversation. Like, in one of its attacks was it summoned a skeleton that kamikaze did and exploded. It was just a reskinned fireball. Again, kind of interesting. Not at all a pet class. That's where we were on that. Are you doing convergences on EU later? Probably. Just not yet. Guild Wars 1 Necro is solid. Yes, Guild Wars 1 Necro was fun, and I think that was my highest level character in Guild Wars 1. For those who didn't play Guild Wars 1, the Necro in that game, you would summon minions, and they would basically bleed to death. They would take 0 damage per second, then they would take 1 per second, and then 2, and then 3, and you had abilities you could heal them with. For example, there was one called Blood of the Master that did a bunch of damage to you, and then it would heal all your minions for an amount. And you basically keep them up as long as you can to get as many of them out as possible. And when they died, you know, they're gone. There was one single minion that when it died, it left behind a corpse as far as the game was concerned, allowing you to resummon it, which was the Flesh Golem, which made it to Guild Wars 2. And the Flesh Golem was your biggest, strongest minion. So on any dungeon, even one with not many corpses, you could always at least have your Flesh Golem out. But Guild Wars 1, it was, again, it was a unique experience. It was fun, because, like, you could be with a group, and at the beginning, you don't have many minions out, and then, like, you start killing, and you get more minions. As you kill faster, you get more minions, and it makes, like, a snowball effect. And so by the end, like, at the beginning, the group's carrying you, but by the end, you're carrying the group. But if anyone has to, like, go, oh, hang on, I need to do an AFK, I gotta go potty, then all your minions would die, and you would lose all your momentum. So it was a cool experience. It was neat. I enjoyed it. Was it, like, my favorite minion system? Absolutely not. The recharge rate thing was a pretty interesting idea in Guild Wars 1. Do WoW Death Knights count as Necros? No, because WoW has Necromancers. They're just not a playable thing. Okay, so anyone who played Warcraft 3 will remember. There were Death Knights and there were Necros. Those were separate things. And then you could... there are Necromancer NPCs, like Kel'Thuzad. It was a Necromancer who became a Lich. You know, there are NPCs that are Necros in World of Warcraft, but the Death Knight players are not Necros. They do have some necromantic abilities, but they're kind of like 50% Necro, 50% Warrior.
Pile's getting big.
Do you remember Rift? I love Rift. Okay, so in Rift, there was a class. So Rift, you could multi-class, similar to Guild Wars 1. There was a class I played, it was half druid, half something else, but the druid got nature pets. And there was effectively 4 different pets, and you could summon one that was a healer, one that was a tank, one that did single target damage, and one that did AoE damage based on the situation. It was a long cast time to swap between them, but you had a button that was like a 2 or 3 minute cooldown that was like an emergency button that you could just hot swap a pet in an emergency. So like if you're in a group and you're like, you know, going through a dungeon, you probably have like the AoE damage pet out. It was like a little fairy and it was just blasting high octane magic. If you were fighting a boss, you might swap to this thing that was like a satyr with a spear and it was single target. There was another satyr with a big shield that was the tanky one for when you're running around the open world solo, and there was another fairy that would just blast healing spells. And dude, some of my fondest memories in Rift would be like, I'd be in a 5-man dungeon, and the tank would mess up and the healer would die and it's going to be a wipe, and I would pop cooldowns to hot swap to the fairy healer, which was like half as good as a player healer, but it was enough that we were able to finish the final boss and basically prevent the group from wiping. Like, you know, it was a very nice system. Also, I will say of all the MMOs I have ever played, even to this day, Rift had the best macro system that I've ever had. Like, you know, like WoW had macros, EverQuest had macros, quite a few other games did, but Rift had the best, like, easiest to learn and easiest to make, like, what you wanted a reality macro system. My favorite pet class remains Warlock and WoW. Frankly, Survival Hunter and Retail is really fun. Warlock and WoW. So Warlock, the pet class would be a Demonology Warlock, right? And I would say, for me, it would depend on which build of World of Warcraft. Because, like, the early builds, it was fine. I would say Burning Crusade, when they got Felguards, it was probably one of its best versions. Later on, when it was, like, juggling that extra ammo system, and it was, like, trying to summon hordes of imps that kept killing themselves and stuff like that, I think it was a downgrade at that point. But that's, you know, obviously eye of the beholder. It's gonna, you might have loved that part. I'm like, hi, Vass. Hunter is getting a large rework pretty soon. WoW Hunter? Dude, on which one? Classic or Season of Discovery or Retail? They got so many versions now.
At least we're about done here.
Alright, I need pomegranates. WoW Hunter on Retail, and yeah, lots of versions. Yeah, dude, I remember... yeah, there was many versions of Hunter even during the time I played the game. Like, I remember in... what was it? Ice Crown, they could have 2 pets. If they were Beast Mastery. If they were Survival, they were melee builds. You know, like there's versions of it where it used mana. There was versions of it where they used just cooldowns, and then there was like the focus system, which is like a whole separate energy system. Like they've gone through a lot of changes. I remember when the, what was it, Beastmasters got the ability to tame exotic animals, and then you'd have some guy in town with a Tyrannosaurus Rex pet from Ungoro Crater that would be bigger than the bank, because the graphics weren't scaling correctly. Marksmanship could finally remove their pet for a damage boost. That's so boring. That's similar to the Sacrifice Warlock, where they would summon a pet and then sacrifice it for a damage boost, and then they would just spam Shadow Bolt. Hello, can you tell me a little bit about the Revenant class? Is it new player friendly? Hello, Shadow Fighter. Revenant class in this game, the fantasy behind it is it's someone who can channel the spirits of dead characters. So, like, they're not a healer, but they can channel the spirit of a healer and get access to some of their healing magic. Or they're not a, you know, demon, but they can channel the spirit of a demon and then use some demonic magic, you know, stuff like that. Basically the way it is you, on almost any character, you could have 2 sets of weapons. Like right now I have 2 maces, and my other set is a giant hammer. And you have a button that swaps between them over here. Revenant is the only class that can swap these buttons over here in combat. So they can basically select 2 different things to channel, such as Healing Centaur or Demon, and then swap between them, which changes the abilities over here in combat. So you'd have 5 buttons and another page with 5 different buttons. So, and then of course there's like little bonuses depending on who you're channeling. So they have a lot of flexibility. They're kind of a Swiss Army knife, you know, they can do just lots and lots of different things. They excel in prep. So if you know, like, oh, this next fight I need bleh, and then you swap to the appropriate thing to channel for that fight, then you're amazing. So it really rewards players who are willing to do just a small amount of study on the fights they're going into. That's a general rundown, but it's very flexible. It can tank, it can damage, it can heal, it can do a little bit of everything. Just depends what you're into. The precursor is often the longest grind for Gen 2, especially those that need a collection. The rest of the gifts are generally just a currency dump. The amount you grind will depend on the... Muck, do you have any tips on how to craft Gen 2 LEGO weapons efficiently? Just finished Shining Blade precursor. I was like about the grind. Gen 2s... I have done some Gen 2s, such as the Shortbow Chuka and Champawat, that it was basically just a big story, and you followed the story. There was other Gen 2s I did, such as Verderok, the Warhorn, that it was just like, bring me 5,000 Mithril and 5,000 Elderwood. And I was just like... So you could either go mine a mountain and chop down a forest, or you can go and just spend lots of money on the trading post. So Gen 2's kind of come in 2 flavors. The story flavor or the mine a mountain and chop down a forest flavor. So it really just depends on what you're going for. But, I mean, if it's the first one, you just do the story. If it's the second, you just kind of pick, you know? Do you want to spend money to rush through that step? When I say money, I mean in-game gold. Do you want to just spend gold to just blast through it? Or do you want to just farm and, you know, take it easy?
Bloodstone? Ooh, sure smells like it. Camp's just around the
I
corner.
prefer running around open world than crafting stupid amounts of things. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's many ways to do it. Like, for example, like, right now, I'm doing this thing for these Mersat things, right? There's a step of the Klob Jarney spear I'm working on, which is to get these shards from the merchants at the hearts in the Janthier zones. I can, off the top of my head, think of 3 different ways to do it. Way 1, I just do the hearts the old-fashioned way, buy the discounted shards from the merchants, and save them up until I have enough. Way 2, I do rifts. I use those rifts to get tokens, and these are the tokens right here, and they allow me to instantly complete hearts, so I complete the hearts without actually doing them, then get the deeply discounted shards. The third method would be I just go right here, and I just buy the shards from other people, which means I'm spending gold. So I could do a different activity that I enjoy to get gold, and then just use that money to then buy the thing I need. So there are some legendaries that have steps where there's like one unavoidable thing, and it's just like you have to go do that thing. It is unavoidable. But a lot of them, you have a lot of options. And you can kind of choose how you want to go about it. Hey Muck, is your Blish HUD starting with launching game? For example, like RTPS add-on. I have to turn Blish HUD on once per reboot of my computer. I actually should ask them about that, because it used to just automatically start up whenever I restarted my computer, but now it's basically, if I restart my computer, I need to start Blish HUD once, and then it's kind of just running in the background until I turn my computer off. Unless I tell it to close. You've crafted Verdurock and never played any music on it. Shame. Shame. I mean, I don't want to put Lorenity out of a job, you know. Let her have her happiness. Mug, you gonna try Arcade 2? Don't know anything about it. I'd have to watch some trailers. Right now, I'm really into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Going to be probably trying out Avowed when that comes out. Boy wants to play Split Fiction together. That was the game from the people that made It Takes Two. That is coming out in March also. And then we got the big update on March 11th for Guild Wars 2. Is it possible to have all three options, Herald, Vindicator, and Renegade, on one character? Mm-hmm. Like, look, I've got currently 7 different builds on this character. They can all be different things. Yes. The answer is yes. Don't forget Monster Hunter. Don't care. Look, yo, respect. Actually, no, not respect. I don't respect. You know, if you enjoy Monster Hunter, that's fine. You know, you and I like different games. That's it. That's the end of the discussion. We like different games. Y'all convinced me once upon a time to try out Monster Hunter World. And I tried it out. And I played it for the entirety of the, what was it? Let's see. I played 40 hours of it, okay? Because you the community, pushed me to. And I played through the whole campaign. I even did the DLC where you play Geralt of Rivia. And then I was like, okay. And then I never opened it again. Like, it was fine. It was fine. I didn't love it. It was fine. Also, anytime the cats would sing that jingle and cook you food, Capcom would DMCA me. That was annoying. Alright, I think I got everything here. Okay, let's take a look. What you're saying is we could peer pressure for Wilds? Better off just doing the Spider-Man peer pressure. Alright, I need to go back to that one dude. The guy that hangs out with the ghosts. There's no pet class in Monster Hunter? No, I mean, I'm not a stickler for pet classes. Like, I have told you that when I played World of Warcraft, most of the 10 years I played it, I was a main tank. Right? I don't mind, but I enjoy doing something that is essential for the party. Like, in EverQuest, I played a shaman. My main job was to rip apart the resistances of the bosses we were fighting so that other people could land more spells and to slow them. The shamans had a spell that would slow the attack speed of the boss by 75%. And bosses were balanced around you doing that. So if you didn't do that, the tank was getting hit 4 times as hard. And so my job was basically debuffs. But everyone loved having me there, you know? So that was like 7 years I was a debuffer, 10 years I was a main tank. Like, I'm not a stickler for pet classes, I just enjoy them also. If I'm doing something that's essential to the group's survival, or, you know, just everybody loves having you in the party, like a buffer or a debuffer or the main healer or the main tank or whatever, I'm having fun. But if I'm going to be a DPS, I much prefer a pet class than I do just I spam Fireball, or I spam Shadow Bolt, or I just spam Gun, you know? That's kind of where my my joy comes from. Alright, I think Gift of the Ursus is the thing I need? Yeah. Alright, Gift of the Ursus. Bye. Okay. Alright. And... let's see. Let's miss a lot. Oh, Timberwolf, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Timberwolf, I feel so useless for DPS. Well, that's why, like, I'm playing Quick Untamed, which has the ability to do a 10-man party res. Like, I still remember that time a few months ago when I was doing Deimos, and, like, almost the entire group got downstated, and I used Perilous Gift to go invulnerable for 3 seconds, not go downstated, and then, was it Spirit of Nature to just res the whole raid. Or, like, the other 9 people. That was amazing. Now, we ended up dying still because they were dum-dums, but that wasn't because of that moment. They died on their own later. I love doing stuff like that. Can you use the Sky Scale in Janthier the same way you could in Soto if you don't own it? No. Janthier's all about the Warclaw. But you get a Warclaw, even if you don't own a Warclaw, like 30 minutes into the story. But yeah, Monster Hunter World, through the 40 hours I played it, I tried every single weapon. The one I used the most was the ones that involved the shield. So, like, there was lance and shield, gun lance and shield, sword and shield, and it was fine. But I just really didn't get into it. The problem is, like, if you play a game and you enjoy your character, you can enjoy the game no matter how bad everything else is. Guild Wars 2, I love playing my character. So, even though I like fractals more than Dragon Response missions, I got no problem doing Dragon Response missions because I love playing my character. I'm having fun no matter where we go. Monster Hunter was the opposite. Monster Hunter, the world was beautiful. The fights were awesome. I hated my character. I couldn't find a single class, if you even want to call it that I enjoyed playing. And because I couldn't find a single class I enjoyed playing, the whole game was boring. Give me just a second. I'm putting my hoodie on. I'm chilly. Yeah, other games can go in between on that. But for me, Monster Hunter was awesome world, boring character. I feel the same way. The pacing of the game and what you could do did not feel aligned with the pace of the world. I mean, for me, it was just like the enjoyment of like the moves and abilities and things like that. Let's see. For me, playing boon builds is exactly like playing DPS. I greed and pump as hard as I can. There's just the side effect of me also buffing people. Yeah. Yeah. It is kind of an odd thing, because, like, if you play WoW as a healer, for example, and you've got some people that are low health, and you cast Renew on them as a priest, or Rejuvenation as a druid, you're putting a heal over time on them. It's powerful. There was a conscious effort to do that, and you can see the benefit of that. However, in Guild Wars 2, if you're a healer, you're just like, ah, and you're just like farting regeneration all around you all the time. There's never a moment people don't have regen. So it's very much, the boon system makes it quite different. Okay, let's see. What do I need to do? Gift of the Ursus, Gift of Lowland Shore, Gift of Janthier Century, and Mersad Runestone. Okay. Where is this? Nope, not that one. That one. Okay. Gift of Uncovered Grounds. I'm reminded why trying healing Guild Wars 2 felt horrifying. Healing in Guild Wars 2 is basically like, you have buttons you do periodically to keep up the boons. Well, this is an interesting topic. Because I don't, like, okay, I do not hate the Guild Wars 2 boon system, but it could be so much better with a few changes, in my opinion. And I just think the devs don't agree with me. So, you know, that's it. Let me give you an example. EverQuest. EverQuest, for the most part, you did buffs before a fight. Alright? Like, before the fight, similar to classic WoW, people would just cast buffs on the party, and you would do it like once an hour, right? You just had those buffs unless you got dispelled or something. Now, there was exceptions. For example, Paladins had a skill called Yelp, and they would just go, ah! And it was like a 30-second crack, you know? So they would just use that every time it popped up, you know? And then you would have others, like Shamans would have a skill called Fleeting Fury. It was like a 15-second super buff for a melee. But the big one was Bard. Bard basically would hit a button, and they would start emanating a song. And it would be like 5 to 10 second duration of like really high mana regen or health regen or attack power or damage around them, whatever. And then they could just turn it on and leave it on, and that it was just going. But if they turned it off, it ended like 5 to 10 seconds later. So then there was another thing that was called twisting, and twisting would be like song 1 on, song 1 off, song 2 on, song 2 off, 1 1 2 2, 1 1 2 2. And they would then be basically emanating the buffs from 2 songs, but it required manual upkeep. And then, like, a really good bard, back when I played, could twist like 3 or 4 songs. But that was basically 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4, 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4, 1 1, and you're doing melee and playing the game with your other hand. So it was like, you know, the carpal tunnel class. But it was the only class that had really powerful but really short duration buffs, but you had to work for it. Everyone else was just buff once an hour. In this game, in Guild Wars 2, everyone is the EverQuest Bard. Everyone farts out short duration buffs, and everyone has to constantly worry about their upkeep. And it's fine. I don't hate it. I don't love it either. Like, it's just fine. It's fine. Bloodstone Shard, Gift of Expertise, Gift of Gatherer of the Hunt. Where is that? Hold on. Gifts. Alright, there's that. Bloodstone Shard, Gift of Gatherer of the Hunt. What? It said I had a Gift of Expertise. It says it's in my inventory. Oh, is it in that bag where I can't? It's right here. It's in that one bag where it doesn't show up in the forge. Okay. Let's try that. There we go. Gift of Janthier Wilds. Okay. Let's see. If you do anything with Healing Guild Wars 2, IMOs that you don't really have good content to just practice. DPS and boot DPS, you can easily do pressure practice to open world. Healing is straight into the deep end. That's not entirely true, because you can go into the Golem training room and turn on the Agony Field and beat on the Golem while the Agony Field is damaging you and just objective survive. There is a way to practice it. And in fact, you can turn the Agony Field higher than the damage of anything in the game. So you can practice under more extreme conditions than anything in the game can throw at you. Now, it doesn't give you practice with, you know, healing Billy who's running off into some stupid location, but that's always going to be true. Muck, when is your anniversary for ANET partner? I don't even know. So, okay. I don't have memorized the day I became a Twitch partner or an ANET partner. I do have memorized, like, the streak. Like, I have streamed every single day since May 26th, 2018, which is 2,454 days ago. So I have the streak memorized because we celebrate that every year. But I don't have the, like, the day I became Twitch partner or ANET partner memorized without looking it up. I'd have to check. I could find it by digging through, because, like, I tweeted when it happened, so I could, like, dig through my old tweets and find it. Give me Muck a coffee. Sure. There we go. Alright. Will you be doing a special stream for day 2500? Probably. Also, coming up very soon is I am nearing 100,000 subs on YouTube, which I'm really excited about. I'm at 98.5k right now. And in some way, shape, or form, I'm going to be giving away a legendary as a grand... I'm going to do a giveaway, and the legendary will be the grand prize when I hit 100k. So I'll let you guys know when I figure that out. Like, this Klob Jarney that I'm making right now is the third one I've made. And the first one I made is in the bank. It is right here. This one is going out to one of you guys once I hit 100k. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. I just imagine Miss Muck asking Muck the anniversary question and Muck saying our streak is 10,000 days. Now, see, Corknut, I have a cheat sheet. On the inside of this ring is a date. That's the date we got married. My wife's like, you know when our anniversary is? I'm like, of course I know when our anniversary is. Who do you think I am? You think I would forget something like that? I do that right in front of her every time, just because it makes her laugh. Typing Mukluk in YouTube shows a video called Waterproof Snowy Owl Manitoba Mukluks. I've been stuck for years, but it's funny. I mean, Mukluk is a... I didn't know it, but Mukluk is a shoe. So I didn't know I was competing with shoes. I do have a few Bendiva's Heal Chronos Blast recently. Also, Herald brings so much. Let's see. When do you think they'll bring back the Mac Guild Wars 2 clients? I don't think they will. To make something... Okay, here... Hold on a second. Pirate Software had a really good short that would be applicable here. Pirate Software is your game on Mac. Okay, hold on a sec. I'm gonna let Pirate explain Mac support for me.
I dropped Mac support, and I won't be doing it again. For Windows, we actually do the game, and we just compile on Windows. Easy. For Linux, we build up a VM and we compile for Linux. It's done. You want to know what you have to do on Mac? It's terrible. You have to first get Mac hardware. That hardware usually costs about $800 because it's a Mac Mini. Then you have to get a license key, and that key costs $100 per year. Then you have to compile the whole goddamn thing in Xcode. And if you've ever compiled anything in Xcode, it's dog shit, and I hate it. Then you can finally compile for Mac. And guess what? If it breaks, you have to do the whole goddamn thing over again. You don't have to pay for the key again, but you have to go reprovision the key and then put it back into Xcode and then do it again. All of this was 0.02% of our sales.
So that's the main thing. Guild Wars 2 is similar. Basically, when they got Guild Wars 2 working on PC, they don't have to constantly work to make it stay working. But Mac, every time Mac comes out with a new update, they got to go through the whole process again for a very small portion of their player base. And half of that player base was totally fine with just swapping over to using, like, what is it called? Like Bootstrap or Boot Camp or something like that? The thing where the Mac pretends it's a real computer. So they would just use that. Or like, you know, GeForce Now or something like that. And it's just, it's 10 times the work of making it work on Windows constantly, and it was like a very, very, very small percentage of their player base. So they just, the problem is with Mac. Mac themselves, they just constantly are changing things and breaking all the old things, and then everybody has to acclimate, and it's just annoying. It's unironically the most annoying thing to exist. I hate it so much. Mine has worked so many times, I just gave up. Easier to use GeForce Now on a Mac? Yeah. Yeah, there's multiple programs you can use on a Mac where it pretends to be Windows, and then that will never break because of, like, Mac updates. Yeah. He didn't have the mana gem? Oh my god. Look. It's okay to think he got his teammates killed in that video game, alright? He made a misplay. I'm gonna say he did too. I think he handled it terribly. That doesn't mean he doesn't know about tech support, okay? You can still value the tech support information. Cries in Linux. Everyone that uses Linux cries in Linux, okay? That's part of the process. Enjoy. Okay, let's see. Where was I? So I got gifted Jane Odds. We're on the last step, chat. Let me put that over here for a sec. Or not. There we go. All right. Boop. Gift of the Homesteader. All right. Gift of Klob Jarney gear. Near Hrammer. God dang it. It went into that weird slot again. Hang on. Let's try that again. Okay. Gift. Gift of the Homesteader. Gift of Jane Wilds. Gift of Klob Jarney. Near Hammer. Alright. Here we go. Hey! Third one. I'm playing 1 day a week. And I've made 3 since that update came out. Easy money. Alright. Easy money. Dude, they streamlined this process so much. It's crazy. How much can I get for this thing? Let's see. Accept. And where's it at? So, 3K. 3K gold. I just made 3K gold, chat. A little bit less if I do sell now. Let me see. If I hit sell instantly. By the way, everybody here knew that you could mouse over this and see the amount of money you actually get, right? Like, after the fees. So, like, if I hit sell instantly, I'm not getting 2,800. I'm getting 2,400. 2,439. Now, might need to go to the Overflow Discord. I'd make back, like, another 500 gold or so. No offense or any harm, but your inventory drives me insane. I get OCD just looking at it. Oh my god. Well, you know what? I am offended and I am harmed. Now, what are you going to do with these feelings? Waiting for the misclick? Yeah, no. We're going to put this away right now. Where's that? There we go. So I've got 1 equipped and I got 2 in the bank now. 1 for a giveaway and 1 for probably selling. What did they do to streamline it? just the way that you get it is, it's mostly things you do once a week. So if you just log in 1 day a week and do those things, after a few weeks, you have a Klob Jarney. It's not really possible to just like grind it out in a week, but grind it out on like 4 different days, 1 day a week, then it's pretty easy. Viper, thank you for the Prime. That is a huge help. Thank you so much. Win patch. We're expecting a patch in like 45 minutes. You should get rid of that bag, because that bag sucks. Yeah, but if I'm gonna get another 32 slot bag, I'd probably just put it right here, and then I could have even more slots to hold things forever. You know? I could just save things for even longer. Hang on, there was someone in YouTube chat that said that my inventory gave them OCD. I want to see if I can... There we go. Alright, this is for you, buddy. Okay, I think that joke went on long enough. Alright. No, my earbud fell out. That's just rude. Oh, now I gotta put it back. Alright, let's see. Salvage all blue items. He was a tank, he knows how to taunt. Alright, salvage greens. Maidenless behavior. I'm literally married with a kid, Sand. When are you gonna max out the bags? I used to be maxed out. Then they added another... I don't even know how many more slots there are. There's at least 1 more slot I don't have. I'm not sure how many more I don't have. Sell the gift boxes. I don't want to deal with the contents. Sell them as is. Alright. There we go. Let's see. Just died from brain hemorrhage. People just died from brain hemorrhage across the planet. What are you doing every week for the spear? I mean, I have a whole guide on it. The spear steps, right? What have we got? Let's see. Give me a minute. So you've got the stuff from the homestead, which you get there each week. You've got the shards from the hearts, which you can get basically for, well, not for free, but much cheaper.
29 and 6.
Like, you could either farm for gold and buy the shards off the TP, or you can go there and do 5 rifts per week. So just pick a day and do 5 rifts in Lowland Sentry and 5 rifts, or Lowland Sentry, 5 rifts in Lowland Short, 5 rifts in Janthier Sentry. Those give you tokens. These tokens, these things right here, can be used to instantly complete hearts, and then you can just instant complete them and buy the whatever. So that is an alternative way of getting the shards that is a 1 day a week activity. So you can get the shards that way or just buy them off the TP. The homestead stuff is just interacting with a few things in the homestead, which takes like a minute, which is, again, once a week. And there's a few other things, like you're building up those currencies, like the coins and the Mersat tokens and things like that. Is that UI from Blishud? This is from the Mystic Crafting module. If you do exclamation Blish in my chat, there is a link to a bunch of Blish guides I have made, and one of them is for Mystic Crafting, and it's kind of like Guild Wars 2 efficiency, but in-game. It's very, very handy. Where are you getting amalgamated gemstones from? The recipe to make them. Amalgamated gemstones have like 100 recipes in the game that makes them. If you take almost anything down here, let's say opals. I'm just gonna take out a bunch of opals, okay? And if I go to Mystic Crafting and throw the opals in here, and oh, I need some ectos. Give me just a second. All right, and if I go to Mystic Conduit and I throw in 3 opals and ectos, there's 10 amalgamated. There's 10 amalgamated. There's 10 amalgamated. Sometimes you get 25. But, yeah. Oh, there's 25. Streamer luck. That's it. So, and again, I've told you guys before, like, I farm my homestead every day, and the, I just made 115 of them. My homestead every day, and, my guild halls every day. And those get me some of every resource in the game in small amounts. So when I'm just like, oh, I'm overflowing with opals, I could turn them into amalgamated. Oh, I'm overflowing with emerald ores, I could turn them into amalgamated, and on and on and on and on and on. Like, it can all get used. That recipe makes 10 or 25. Yeah, well, there's a version of the recipe that makes 1 at a time that I never use, but if you do it with ectos, it makes 10 or 25 at a time. Any tips for getting a lot of ecto? It trickles in so slowly for me. I mean, basically, anytime you get loot, use some Mystic Salvage Kit or Runecrafters, sorry, Mystic Salvage Kit or Silverfed Salvage Kit on the yellows and oranges, and you're getting ectos from that. And then those ectos, you just deposit them in the bank and save them for when you need them. You can also buy them off the TP, but that's much more expensive, of course. But yeah, it's just salvaging yellow and orange unIDs. I don't know why someone sent me pasta noodles. What the heck? Okay. But yeah, basically, I log in every day for like 10 minutes just to do the my daily routine, and then I really play just like on Tuesdays. And I've been doing that for a while, just because there was a moment last year where I kind of got burned out, and I started branching out to a lot of other games, which you guys have seen. But still able to just crank out legendaries. Is it better to use Silverfed than Runecrafters if you're salvaging for Ecto? You should use Copperfed for blues, Runecrafters for greens, and Silverfed for yellows and oranges. That's it. Mike, after watching your gold guide, I now have 23 character slots. Okay, I don't even have 23 character slots. Good luck. Malgo, thank you for the prime. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Oh, Missing Monsters is starting. I want to do that. Let me get in on that. Let's get over there. Is it better to buy bank slots or inventory slots? It depends. It depends. So if you get inventory slots, those are limited to a character. Are you sure that's your main? Or are you someone new to the game who hasn't figured out who your main is? If you haven't figured out what you want to main, get bank slots. Because that affects all your characters. But if you are sure, like, I love Ellie, I am Ellie, Unga Bunga Magic, then in that case, then sure, you know, get all the bags. Get all the baggy waggies. Go nuts. Alright, let me see. Is there anyone doing this right now? Nice. I had no idea you could craft amalgamated gems. Kulk, if you go to the wiki page for amalgamated gemstones, there's a recipes tab. There is like 50 to 100 different combinations of things that can make amalgamated. You notice I was just like, oh, I got a lot of this, and I just grabbed that, just 3 stacks of that plus a stack of ectos, slammed them together. Is this the right map? Oh yeah, we got 8 minutes till it starts. Let's see. Make a subgroup each, so we ourselves the correct subgroup. It should be 25 both bosses on squad. Chat, I'm on EU right now. I've joined a random public squad doing the Myths and Monsters meta. If anybody wants to join, I'm putting the squad join command in the chat. Just giving you the option. No need to buy bag slots for a while if you get all 32 slot bags. Well, it is... Okay, think of the new player, right? It's a lot cheaper for a new player to have many 20 slot bags than a single 32 slot bag. Your 32 slot bags are a project. They're a worth it project, but it's a project. The new player is going to have easier access to bag slots plus 20 slots than they are 32s. So it just entirely depends on who we're talking about here. What's the current gem tariff to go between NA and EU? I don't know. I'm a very important potato, so I can just go between them. You can get one from 132 slot back from Sazo Dials. Yep. The reinforced Olmecon Bandolier. I mentioned that in the guide. My recommendation is to get the reinforced Olmecon Bandolier and then make reinforced Boreal Trunks. Reinforced Boreal Trunks are a 32 slot bag that you can just kind of make in spam, but it is cheaper than every other spammable 32 slot bag in the game. You can also, if you do Season of the Dragons, I think you get one. Season of the Dragon, tier 3 gets 32 slot bag. There you go. 500 gems to change regions now, according to Angry Zorik. Trying to remember how to do this one. Was this the one with the bottled lightning? Defend the lightning rods and repair them with scrap. Oh, okay. There we go. Alright. I've done a quest here with bottled lightning, but this is different. Can you make the Boreal Trunk without the Bandolier? The Bandolier is a completely separate thing. The Bandolier is simply a quest reward that you get one time, and it's a free 32 slot bag. So people recommend getting that first because it's free. And then after you've gotten that, the cheapest 32 slot bag to make that you can just make over and over and over and over and over is the Reinforced Boreal Trunk. Like, it's dozens of gold cheaper per bag. There's this one really expensive item used for crafting 32 slot bags called a Supreme Rune of Holding, and 32... The Boreal Trunks take less of those than other options. Nice. We expecting anything this patch or just balance? The patch notes... Here, hang on. I'll pin them. /pin. Expected patch notes for today. In just a second. Alright, I've pinned it into both chats. Those are the expected patch notes for today if anyone wants them. Leggy bags would be something. Imagine a 2,000 gold 40 slot bag that is shared for all your characters. That's just the bank. That's basically, you just described the permanent bank access contract. I just started playing. How do I get my first set of Ascended equipment? Hello, LB. So I am going to link you a video here, a guide to gearing up. That video is maybe like one expansion out of date, but that has most of the ways in the game to get Ascended gear. It's a great starting point. So you got 2 minutes till the meta starts. Thanks, sure. Spear Ranger still looks bad after the update. I mean, how do you know? We haven't gotten the update yet. I will admit, I'm hesitant to believe that Spear Ranger is going to be crazy, but we haven't seen it yet. We haven't gotten to try it out yet. Wizard's Vault for quick pieces? Yep. Wizard's Vault, if you've got access to that, is good. Oh, I need to spend some Wizard's Vault points. Alright, there.
Prepare for impact. They come.
Permanent mobile crafting station is better than bank access. It gives access to bank plus resources plus craft plus available to all present. No idea what bank access is. Price higher on trade. I don't know. The mobile crafting station is relatively new comparatively. The bank one has been around a long time. The mobile crafting station was added into the game since I started playing, so it's newer? People might just not realize. Might be the cooldown? Because, like, I can open this anytime I want. But the station has a cooldown on it.
They've come to dance in the rain. Our one and only goal is to protect the camp.
Now the question, did we divide up well enough?
Raise them to the air. Go. Fight. Win.
If you don't let me feast, I won't let you live.
The strangers have reached the first bloodstone. Like Cub to Maw, they'll suck it dry if we don't halt their advance.
Reviving this guy. Backflip. Ugh, AoE res. Boop, that's 5. Dodge that. Manually res this guy. I do not have AoE res for this one, so I just gotta slap him awake. You wearing any Diviner pieces? No, I think I'm in full Berserker. I'm using, what is the rune I'm using? Rune or Relic for boon up time? Rune of the Fireworks? Relic of the Thief? Now I'm interrupting what I'm doing to like help revive people constantly because this is an open world meta, but if I was in a group, I'd have 100% uptime on boons. Like, the Rune of the Fireworks plus the concentration from nature magic is more than enough.
Your journey kit, now! Shatter the armor from their flesh. Our spears will do the rest.
Spin me right round, baby. Hey, Mud, can I have 500 gold? Just like for nothing? No, that would be encouraging bad behavior. Then you would go annoy other people. And I would not subject them to that. Did they change this meta? I thought Decima ran away and we tracked her. You're describing the convergence and the story. In the meta, you fight her here, and there's another group fighting Greer on the other side of the zone at the same time. Hey, Mud, can I get 499 gold? We'll keep trying this until I submit. You're a punk. Put his name in the cannot win list in the giveaway bot. There's a lot of poor people out there. I know, dude. I do giveaways every Tuesday for years. I have possibly given away more stuff in this game than... I don't know about anyone. There might be a couple of people that have given away more than I have. Maybe. Gem store stuff alone, I know I've given away thousands of dollars of stuff. I got the receipts for that. That cello dude does some big giveaways. He does. He was one of the ones where I was like, there might be people who've given a couple more. Because like, we have a thing that I like to do here. I call it pay it forward. But anytime I do a sponsored stream and I'm basically getting paid to play something, I take a chunk of that, and I usually buy like $100 worth of gift cards for either the Gem Store or Steam, and I give them out to chat that night to thank them for being there. And so, basically, like last year, probably $2,000 or $3,000 worth of Gem Store stuff I gave out. Like, not like legendaries, but like, you know, bag slots and copper-fed salvage-o-matics and things like that. And then on top of that, every Tuesday, we usually do in-game stuff, just like, you know, fun skins and things like that, that the community gathers together. We get Pavlov to the sponsored giveaways. That's the point. I know it, you know it, we all know what the exchange is. we're too spread out right now. Sayeda says, a very experienced player gave me 350 gold to buy a commander tag because I organized a strike and didn't have a tag at the time. I was very grateful, but returned the gold and bought the tag anyway. That was an unexpected great purchase. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Awesome from both you and the other person. That's cool. Your giveaways are a great example of how trickle-down economics don't work. I never claimed the giveaway was trickle-down economics. So, I mean, you're not, like, catching me in a lie with that. I never made that claim. I just said it's a giveaway. And that's exactly what it is.
Your journey kit, now! Shatter the armor from their flesh. Our spears will do the rest.
I only use my tag when there's a meta I want to do but nobody's tagged up to gather people. I sometimes do that. Don't dig too deep into a low effort joke, but yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Doing pretty good. Rear is a little bit behind, though. Slash squad, time to watch the health bars. Decima's dying faster than Greer. We will have to let Greer catch up. Tell Greer squad, get it together. Just auto attack for a bit. Yeah, they're taking a bit. Most of my self-healing comes from lifesteal, so stopping attacking is suddenly much more dangerous for me. Hey, we res there. You can tell which people didn't hit the mucking brakes. 2 people really high on the damage meter. They're like, ah, let's take it down. We're like, stop. First try. Let's go on, GG. The Unga Bunga cannot be stopped. Seriously. Ugh. Patch notes, what do we got? These the ones that we already knew about? Wait, what? Untamed, multi-shot. Missiles from this skill can now only strike a target once with the trait Lead the Wind. Huh? Oh, okay.
And the Isle still. Finally.
Made to the 10th on your damage here with incredibly measly DPS. There you go.
Celebrate we shall. But those
There's a... The thing with the damage meter on this fight is like... During the part where you have the chain and you run around her, if you do that correctly, you can like drop off the meter, and then it's like you re-enter combat when you attack her at the end of that. But if you just stay on the ground and keep shooting like an idiot, you don't help at all in that phase, but you stay on the meter. So usually you get some people that are just really high on there because they never like did the chain thing, and then everyone else is much lower. Alright. Why do I have a target marker? What's this guy doing? It's like a Jesus impression. Star says, I'm a pretty new player, and I've been watching some of the I Tried videos. Do you have anything like that for unkillable or immortal builds? Or do you have an opinion on the roles and specs that fit the description? Unkillable or immortal builds? So you just mean builds that are really sturdy, right? So, it's really easy to make a build that is incredibly tanky. It's more difficult to make a build that's incredibly tanky that is useful, right? Now, there are some. For example, Lord Heisen is a YouTuber who makes lots of builds that are helpful in open world, and he basically just becomes like a little raid boss. Like, he'll go out, he'll find stuff that is meant to be fought by huge groups of people and just solo it. Now, that does not mean that if he joined a party, he'd be top on the damage meter, but he's just, you know, really solid mix of damage and survivability. So it depends on, like, what you're going for and what game mode you're going for. But you can basically play any class and have one build for when you group up with people and another build that's, like, just incredibly tanky, for sure. But there's also different types of tanky. Like, right now, I'm kind of tanky because every 10 seconds, I give myself a huge self-heal, and it just completely tops off my hit point bar. I'm not in tanky gear, it's just that keeps me alive really well. Scrapper gives itself constant barriers that prevent taking damage, which helps keep it alive, even though it's not necessarily running a tanky build itself. So there's just different forms of tankiness. Most Eisen's builds sustain through lifesteal, so they often top charts. I don't know if they're gonna top charts when he like joins a squad, but it depends on the build.
Mukluk Bacon the Tanky TED Talk.
Bacon the Tanky TED Talk. Thank you, Comet. And then there's Mechanist, who has a literal tank. The robot, yes. Okay. Well, once, I guess any time now, the patch should be hitting. And then we can go over the notes. And then I'll need to make a video on that for the peepos, as Noxxi would say. Reminder to probably disable RTPS so the game doesn't crash after the patch. I like to live on the edge. I'll take my crashes and smile about it. Do you have a favorite tonic, Muck? I usually have either the shrinking one or the gigantic one on hotkey. Honestly, I think it's a shame that most of the tonics in this game cannot be used by, cannot be used when you're in serious content. Like, you can't use them in PvP or in raids, stuff like that. So, that makes them far less enjoyable to me. I think that's a silly rule. I wish they would change that. So what, like, EverQuest 2, another MMO I played, you can use illusion type things anytime you want just for fun. Like, it doesn't ever strip that of you. Becoming smaller in PvP might be an issue of opponents. Back when I made the Mukluk Ranger character, I made him as small as possible because I thought it would give me an advantage in PvP. And maybe it did, I don't know, but later on I found out about standardized character models. So like some other people, if you have that setting turned on, everyone appears human. So sometimes I would see clips from other people and I would be in the clip as a human. I'm like, oh. Oh, okay. I remember WoW PvP, some guy had twink gnome rogues, and it was the most annoying thing I ever had to fight. At Mukluk, celebrate Valentine's Day with new items fueled by passion and creativity. Oh my gosh. What is this? Hold on, open on YouTube. This might be loud for just a second. Let's see. Yeah, it always is. It always freaking is. Okay. Let me see. Huh, the view's unlisted. The video's unlisted, but it's linked on their blog. Okay. Alright, let's see. What all do we have to go? There's the new nodes today. There's the thing about upcoming new home nodes. The upcoming stuff of the patch. Let's see, the old wiki notes. Where was the thing about the epic sale? If I'm gonna do a news video, I should include that also. Let's see. Give me a sec. Here it is. Here's the sale for Epic. Alright. Oh, lots of Guild Wars 2 news today. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Is the patch available? If I restart my client now, will I get it, chat? Are y'all seeing it? I just got it. Okay. Alright. Is there a build guide or template to your build mode? Yeah. Hold on. Do I have a command for that? I assume the... give me just a sec. No. Just a minute. Copy. I need to make a command for it. That link that I just put into the chat is the one for the Untamed build you've seen me playing the last little bit. Okay. All right. Let's close my game, and I'm going to relaunch it here. Just a moment. And downloading. Let's give it a minute. Is all the links and builds still relevant? Let me take a look. What is in exclamation builds? Let's see. My currently equipped ranger builds. That just links to my GW2 efficiency and lets you inspect me, so that's always relevant. Currently equipped engineer builds, same thing. Necro builds are here, same thing. Druid build guide, yeah, that's fine. Fractal build guide. What is the fractal build guide? Hey there, everyone. Hybrid soul beast. Yeah, that one does still work in Janther. Yeah, it's still viable. People can play it if they want to. I never claimed it's the best, but yeah. Wait, what? Oh, I have to accept their new user license agreement to get into the game. Okay. Alright, I'm in. I still have my add-ons turned on. Let's see if it explodes. Give me Mucka coffee. Sure. Can you send a link to patch notes? It's literally pinned at the top of the chat, corrects? Like, it's on your screen above where you're asking. The GW2 skills net link on the Untamed video seems broken. Odd. Then I would say just go into... I mean, here. Look, just take a screenshot. And then the rest of the information is in the video, if you just want to skim it. Alright, I'm really wondering how the warrior weapon speed trait for using main hand weapon and offhand is doing. I don't even play warrior. I might be blind. It's fine. I get asked the same questions a lot. There was... Okay, I put out a YouTube short the other day, chat, and I said, hey, new players, highly recommend you check these auto loot and AoE loot boxes. So many people in the comments section under that video were like, new players aren't gonna have the mastery, Muck. And I had to make a copy paste to answer every single one of them because it was all wrong. And for those who don't know, for those who don't know, hang on a second. Hang on. I need something to write on here. All right, for those who don't know, all right. So with looting, default is you click body, loot window pops up, you click items you want, you loot them. Auto loot in settings, you click body, skip loot window, get all loot if you have space. AoE loot in settings, click body, loot all nearby bodies. Auto loot mastery is no clicking, get all loot if backspace. All right? These three don't require mastery, or these two do not require mastery, and they're still really freaking good. But anytime I talk about you should check these, people are like, actually, you don't have the mastery. And I was like, shut up, Torbeck. And after that, I had to freaking make a copy paste and answer every single one of those guys. I'm like, oh my god. It happens every time. It happens every single time. That Notepad++ looks perfect using a plugin. Dude, I would love to tell you that I use it because I'm a very smart programming potato, but I'm not. I downloaded that because every time I open normal Notepad on screen, people scream. They're like, ah, my eyes! So I downloaded that just because I had a black background. That's it. I don't know how to do any of the special stuff in that. I got it just for the dark background. Flashlight, yes. Normal Notepad gets you singing. Dude, even here, hang on. I want to make it so you guys. Oh, where's normal Notepad? All right, let me show you guys something. All right, okay, just look at my face. I just opened Notepad. Look, no tan is like tanned, no tanned. The beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. I'm sparing you that. Mug, do you know what the you have Jade protocols this map? No, I never really use those things. No, if you're asking what my chips are, I can tell you that. But if you're asking like where the protocol things are, I never really mess with them. Let's see. I've got magic trophies and treasure hunter. Your room isn't even dark at all. It remembers. Actually, okay. So I've got a ring light on my face. If I turn it off, it's this dark in the room. The overhead light is off, but I've got a box light over there because otherwise the green screen doesn't work. Here, you know what? Just to show you. One sec. All right. That's with the box light off. Very spooky stream. All right. But if I turn on just the ring light, you can still see the background. I have to have a light hitting the wall behind me or the green screen doesn't work. There we go. Walk out the door, yep. This is how you have to do the spooky streams from now on. Hello, hi Sherry. You could charge protocols here. Previously all of them disappear when you enter here. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, it's not something I ever really mess with. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Can't believe Muck hooked up his OBS to a physical light. It was genius that you painted. It was genius that you painted your wall green. I never would have known. Dude, that gave me a newfound respect for people who paint. Okay, I never realized. Now, granted, I wasn't optimal, right? I hadn't optimized it. It was my first time painting, but that, dude, oh my god, that was exhausting. Yeah, for those that don't know, hang on a sec. Let me turn the green screen off. I got sick of having a green screen behind me, so I painted that wall. There's Air Stagalkin, by the way. I painted that wall. So just there's one wall in this room.
Good day / evening to Muck and chat.
That is green, because I could not. I couldn't handle. I had a 6-foot by 9-foot green tarp in here for the first few years I was streaming, and it took up so much space. It took up so much space, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna paint the wall. I can get rid of it. So smart. I never have to worry about the background now. Yep. Do not. Gives me more space too, because I can, like now I can go like all the way over here, because I've got more space now. If I ever have the urge to just jump up like Tyler1 and start screaming or something, I'll still be in camera shot. I totally understand why streamers do that. It would be jarring for me to walk into every day. I mean, I'm used to it. I basically live here. I spend more time in this room than I do outside of this room, probably. Painting a roof is even more exhausting than painting a wall. Yeah, I believe it, Sand. I completely believe it. Like, and also, I was just doing a solid color, right? Like, now when I look at when the people have like a freaking stripe on the wall or something, I'm like, you're out of your mind! That's way too much work. Green walls is what VR streamers also do. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, if I was more of a professional, I think I needed, like, I'm supposed to have treated it with something. I didn't. I just put a few layers of the, like, once I got the right color, I just put a few layers of that on there. So, I don't want anyone to lean on it. It might flake off or something. But I am not a professional. That's the first time I ever painted anything. Try a bathroom? No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, like if we ever come to a day where we're gonna sell this house, if they don't want that, I'd have to paint over it back with normal color. How are you doing today? Doing good? Here, we're about to go over the patch notes. Let me get everything ready here. Let's see. Okay, hold on. So we're going over the news. I'm gonna get everything ready. So let's see, in-game stuff. All right, we got in-game stuff here. What about Black Lion Chest? Did Black Lion Chest get anything? Preview, campfire chair, blow kiss emote might be new. That might be new. All right, so we got those two. What about? Hang on. Boop. Ah, splat. What about this guy? Imperial Everbloom. These might be new. I don't immediately recognize these. Chat, are these new? I don't think I've seen these before. It's a new set? Okay. All right. So that needs to be mentioned. And let's see, what else we got? We got, let me turn on the, oh, come on. Come on, Wiki, behave. All right. So, old patch notes and March 11th, new updates. We got the big sale on Epic. And we got the homestead changes. And we got today's patch notes. And we got this weird Valentine's thing. And we got this video about the Valentine's thing. Okay. All right. And then turn that off. Okay. Don't forget the lounge changes. What are the lounge changes? Hang on a second. Control F lounge. Added J. Oh, I see. It's on one of these. Yeah. I won't forget it. All right, chat. I'm going to go into YouTube mode. This is going to become a news video for the people that go to me for their news for their drive home. All right, here we go. All right, hello gamers. Today is Tuesday, February 11th, and we've got some Guild Wars 2 news, quite a bit in fact. So I've got some tabs open here. We've got a lot of different new information, and that is going to be some
Mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble.
Thank you. I am going to pause the alerts until this is over. Okay, so I got many things to go over here. First off, February 11th release notes. There is a patch today. Note to users of third-party programs, blah, 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 your add-ons might break. I am using the most volatile version of ArcDPS, and my game has not broken yet. Yeah, hasn't broken yet, so it might be fine. But, you know, you've been warned. General changes. Added Jadebot merchants, Jadebot workbenches, charging stations, Jadebot defensive protocols, and Jadebot offensive protocols to all lounge passes. Effects provided by the protocols will remain limited to their intended game modes. So, if you are an enjoyer of Jadebot buffs, it is now easier to get them going if you use the lounges. So that is the first thing. Let me move this over here. All right. Profession skills. Below are changes to the balance preview notes we previously shared. You can see the original balance notes here, and there's a link. And there's that link. There's also the link from the wiki. I showed these in a video recently. It is a massive list. I am not going to go over them again in this video. I don't think that's necessary. I will have the links down below if you want to peruse them and browse them yourself. There is a lot of various things hitting the game today. All right. In addition to those changes, here's some extra ones. Pure of sight. Wait, what? You missed a line on 1000 Seas. Okay, hold on. Updated the mysterious gate in the 1000 Seas Pavilion to include fishing teleport locations and the Horn of Maguma if the player owns Soto, and Janthier locations if they own Janthier Wilds. Fishermen rejoice! Okay. Profession skills. So, changes that were not listed on this list. Dragon Hunter. Pure of Sight. Increased the minimum damage from 5 to 7% in PvE. Heavy Light. Increased the damage modifier against disabled enemies from 15 to 20% and the damage modifier against defiant enemies from 10 to 15% in PvE. Mesmer. Stretched Time. This trait no longer causes flow of time to affect nearby allies. It now causes Shattering to apply a boon to other nearby allies. This trait now applies Might instead of Alacrity in World v World. So another source of Alacrity nuked for the World v World side of things. Nomad's Endurance. This trait no longer grants additional conditioned damage. It now increases outgoing strike and conditioned damage when you have Vigor. Ranger changes. Untamed, multi-shot. Missiles from this skill can now only strike a target once with the trait Lead the Wind. So if you had Lead the Wind and you were using multi-shot before, you could sometimes double or triple dip the trait, and they're getting rid of that. Revenant. Renegade. All for one. Increase the damage bonus from 10 to 15% in PvE. Increase the duration from 6 to 8 seconds and increase the maximum duration from 15 seconds to 20. Warrior. Daring Dragon. This trait no longer applies Alacrity and now applies Might and Fury in World v World. So yet another source of Alacrity getting nuked in World v World. So those are the changes being added to the game in addition to the huge list that we went over recently. And again, links to everything will be down below. So if you're one of those weirdos that clicks on the video and listens to me talk and then posts, why did you make a video where you just talk about the patch notes? Why did you watch it, stupid? You could have clicked the link, all right? That's what I think about you. All right, next thing. All right. Celebrate Valentine's Day with new items fueled by passion and creativity. And then there is a link to a video with hearts. So, I am going to navigate to that video, and we're going to see what this is. Imperial Everbloom weapons. I'll show these in-game in a little bit. The Blow Kiss emote tome. Twisted Imaginarium Homestead package. This looks like an acid trip. This is like Alice in Wonderland. What the heck? Okay. All right, so all of that is coming. Okay. So that's all coming to the game. So let's take a pause from all these tabs I have open here, and let's go in here. So first off, the Black Lion chest. The new rare item after the campfire chair is the Blow Kiss emote tome, if you fancy it. I'll close that now. On the Black Lion's weapon specialist is now the Imperial Everbloom collection, which is 1 ticket per weapon at the time of recording this. And a quick run through, we got an axe, we got a longbow, we got a short bow, we got a dagger, I'm fond of the dagger, focus, which is a fan, great sword. Also, hold on, let me go into wielded. So if you move them quickly, they've got a little bit of a pink after image and some, I don't know, cherry blossoms maybe? Let's see, Everbloom spear, hammer, mace, pistol, rifle, scepter, looks like a magical princess wand, shield, it's like a buckler, it's staff, sword. Wait, hold on, I want to compare greatsword to sword. There's greatsword, there's sword. That's a pretty large one-hander. He's gonna shut up. Torch skin. Let's see. It's got like pink flames and flowers. And Warhorn, which honestly looks like a blowpipe. All right, there's a Warhorn. Okay, so that is the Imperial Everbloom collection that is currently available for 1 ticket each if you fancy it. On the trading post, the Twisted Imaginarium thingy that we just saw a minute ago in the video is available. So if you are interested in that, there's also some Valentine's themed stuff coming back from the past, a bouquet of roses, romantic gift, box of chocolates, that stuff. Janther Wild's Expedition contract is here as well if you're interested in that. So all of that is there. Okay, back to the tabs I had prepared. The next thing is to talk about some other minor things that I think individually might not have earned their own news video, but they absolutely deserve being included in this one. So one of them is for Epic players. There's not many of them, but there's some, and then there's not many because it's the one that has been active the least. For the whole history of this game, there's been the standalone launcher. For a couple of years, there's been the Steam client, and for less than a year, there's been an Epic client. The last time they had a sale, I believe it was non-Epic. It was basically the standalone client and Steam had a sale. Currently, I guess they're catching up. Epic is having a sale. So Epic currently is 75% off most Guild Wars 2 expansions. So right now, the Elder Dragon Saga Collection is half off from $100 down to $50. End of Dragons is from $30 down to $15. Janther Wilds is still the normal price. I could see more. There's more stuff here. Heart of Thorns Path of Fire from $30 down to $7.50. And Soto is from $25 down to $20. So the usual sales that they have been doing when they had them on the other platforms, but this one appears to just be Epic only. So if you're on Epic, good time to pick that stuff up. And I don't have a referral link or anything like that to plug for Epic. I'm just saying that, you know, if you're getting something there, there you go. Okay, so the next thing to talk about is an update that they posted yesterday. It reads, mark your calendars. The next major update to Guild Wars 2 Janther Wilds will be live on March 11th. We know that many of you want to plan time for plenty of gameplay starting on day 1, including the Mount of Balrior Raid Challenge mode, so we want to make sure that you can do that. The update will include the Raid Challenge mode, a new map, story chapters, relics, mastery updates, and lots more. We'll also be following challenge mode with legendary mode a few weeks later. Look for that on March 25th. We will have lots of information shortly before the release. Stay tuned. So, really quickly, just because I try to always make sure that the new players can be included in the conversation, just so you know what's going on. Recently, they added the 8th raid to the game, which was Mount Balrior. I've already got guides, for, get to the point guides for that if you want it. Challenge mode, almost, not all, but almost every raid has some challenge mode, where you can basically take a boss and up the difficulty, and you get more rewards from it, and also it's just more challenging, which some people just like. There's another thing that has not been in the game long that they call legendary challenge mode. That's like normal challenge mode, legendary challenge mode's up here. Okay? Like, that's the thing where there's like 0.1% of the population going in there and they're just getting punched in the face and they love it. Like, they're Marines, okay? And they are fighting for world first, and it started as a funny mistake when they released the Deimos fight. It was way overtuned. But people were almost able to beat it. So they tweaked it a little bit so they could beat it, but they were like, this was way too tough than what we intended. So we're going to bring it down to what we wanted people to have. And then the tryhards were like, we kind of enjoy this, we like getting punched in the face. And they're like, okay. I said Deimos, sorry, his brother, Saris. They're literally brothers. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, all demons look alike. Cancel this, Mukluk. Anyway, yeah, wrong demon. So they're like, some people wanted them to make an easier one. Some people said we like it difficult. And so they were like, you know what, you can have both. So, Saris has the normal mode and the challenge mode and the legendary challenge mode. So this is going to be another fight since that time that is going to have legendary challenge mode. So it is not for the average player. It is for the tryest of tryhards. So it is there for if you like it. And if you're like me, like even myself, I'm just going to enjoy the show. I'm probably going to be watching people like Snow Crows and maybe Teapot's community and stuff like that, competing for world first with it, and just eating some popcorn. But yeah, the legendary CM will start on March 25th, and the big update is on March 11th. Additional news on that big update. Next tab. All right. So, someone reason blah, 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 homesteads, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so someone asked questions about homesteads, and they posted this in an official post. We love how much you're all enjoying homesteads. Oh, this is by Ruby, by the way, who works at ArenaNet. We've been paying close attention to your feedback as we work on bug fixes and future improvements to homesteads. We're investigating a number of possible updates, and while some of them may take a while or not be possible, everything we consider is based on the feedback you've given us. That said, I can tell you a little about what we have planned. The next major update for Janthir Wilds will include the ability to add 6 new gathering nodes. 6! To your homestead. And later this year, we will introduce ways to raise the decoration cap in your homestead. We'll have more details in the future, but in the meantime, thank you for all your feedback and keep it coming. So, there are many types of homestead enjoyers. Myself, for me, it's a gold factory. It just generates money. And there's so many people that don't believe me of that. I log in. Lately, like since like a year ago, I play Guild Wars 2. I just binge it all day every Tuesday. And then the other days of the week, I log in for like 10 minutes. I farm my homestead and I farm my guild halls. That's basically it, okay? Oh, and alt parking. So it's like less than 10 minutes on 6 days a week. I just made my 3rd Klob Jarney. All right? I actually just made today hold on, I gotta show the receipts right here. Okay, so I got 2 here and I got 1 bound to me. I'm gonna use one of these for a giveaway. All right, so I'm playing 1 day a week and I've cranked out 3 legendaries in the last 2 months, okay? So I am, in fact, getting lots of money from things like homesteads and stuff, okay? It's crazy. And I mainly use it just for like the nodes, it's just the nodes. And they're adding 6. I'm really excited about that. And for the other type of homestead enjoyer, which likes decorating and stuff, this is huge. I cannot tell you how many people I have heard complain about the fact that like, yo, I was working on making the Flying Citadel Naxxramas. I've barely finished the first of 4 wings, and I've hit the decoration cap. This is baloney. And they're like jowls are shaking and they're getting all mad. And it's just the decoration cap is a measly like 1,000 items. They need more. So, they're going to be really excited about that. But yeah, 6 new nodes. I'm trying to think of what those are going to be. There was like 3 currencies in Soto, like the pinch of stardust and stuff like that. I don't know if any of them are that. I could think of maybe 4 currencies in Janthir. Like, if I... Let me see if Mystic Crafting is going to behave for me for a second here. What was in here? What was in here? Where is the... Bear with me just a moment. Where's it? It was like sweet... This might be faster if I just go over here. Hang on a sec. It's like sweet treated pine plank. So like honey flowers was one, lowland pine logs was another, titan ore was another, and charged something was another. So I could think of like 4 different things that might be related to the gathering nodes that were in Janthier. And I can think of 3 from Soto, but there's 6 nodes getting added. Well, you know what? There's also, hold on, there's a new Janthier zone coming up. There's a new Janthier zone coming out with the upcoming patch. So maybe that zone might have 2 currencies, like how we've got the honey flowers and the pine logs. So it might just be 2 from each of the, at that time, there will be 3 zones. That's probably it. That's probably it after putting more thought into it. It's probably that. It's probably 6 different things from Janthier, 2 from the newest zone, and then 2 from each of the zones we have right now. I bet that's what it's going to be. Until I hear a better hypothesis, that's what my money's on. Okay, and I think that's the last tab. Holy crap. So yeah, good stuff to look forward to for homesteads, both for the moneymakers and for the decorators. Big patch on March 11th. There was a patch today. I've got the patch notes that we already knew about, as well as the patch notes that we didn't know about. New Valentine's lovey-dovey stuff on the store if you fancy it. A preview of that stuff, and epic people getting a big sale. Lots of cool Guild Wars stuff today. That is all the news that I know about. If you know anything that I missed, be sure to put it in the comment section down below, and I'll fight you there. There we go. Cut. All right, it's done. It's over. All right, so now, chat, I'm just going to have to slice that footage up. Easy. Haven't logged in yet. New dance emote. No, Charmon. There's a blowy kisses emote. That's it. Unless you consider that to be a dance. Which, I don't know. You might. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. A little judging. Okay. So, hang on a second. Let me unpause the alerts. Just in case there's any there. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. Hello, gamers. Today is Tuesday,
Guild Wars 2,
February
news
11th.
2,
We've got some
11,
Guild Wars
25.
2 news. Quite a... And I'll fight you there. There we go. Okay. Boom. 15 minutes. Publish. All right, so that's making the video. Who wants to help me with a thumbnail? This is always a train wreck. Mike, is Ranger good for soloing stuff? Yeah, it's totally fine. I'd say Ranger is probably one of the best at soloing stuff because if all else fails, hide behind your pet bear. All right, Valentine crap. Yeah. All right, thumbnail template. Atmuck top 3 classes? It depends. Do you mean like my top 3 favorites? Ranger, Necromancer, and Engineer. Do you mean the top 3 for soloing? I don't know. Funny thing is, Muck, there is also a lot of people who do that IRL in certain scenes. Who do what? I don't know what we're talking about. In your opinion? I mean, my favorites to play are Ranger, Engineer, and Necromancer. What are your top 9 classes? Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. Guys, slap a Guild Wars 2 thing up here in the top right. Alright, what's our background gonna be? We need something... What is the biggest bit of news today, chat? Valentine's... There's the hearts... Oh my god, this char. Ugh. This weird stuff. This guy? Maybe this guy. This guy's a trip. All right, hold on. Until I see something better. Blech. Until I see better. That's the background. This char tripping shrooms. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. Could do the bullet point method. Let's see. I need a text layer. Where's the text layer? Okay, here's one. Get rid of the shadow behind it. What is this thing? Oh, it's the dancing guy. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Edit. All right. What are the bullet points? Today's patch notes. I'll resize the font after I've got everything down. Let's see. Today's patch notes. New items. Maybe just make that new patch notes. New patch notes, new items. March 11th patch info. Freaky patch notes. Ahmed, thank you!
I subbed last week to know why it's giving this option right now. Also, any opinions on the patch notes?
Most of them don't really affect me and the builds that I'm currently playing, so I'm kind of waiting to see how other people think about them once they hear about them. Upcoming Homestead news. Upcoming Homestead news. Big epic sales. Okay. So that'll be, let's see. Burp. Let's do that. Could use a word wrap a little bit. I want that char going blah to be like front and center. Could do like that. And then I can add in all the stupid stuff that you guys are gonna make me do. I saw someone already said add a camel. And I don't know why we're adding a camel, but I can do it. These videos are always like a blessing and a curse. I love that I can just talk about my thoughts about the, like patch changes and people watch the videos. I hate that I can put so little work, such troll amount of effort into these videos and they do well, and then there's other projects I make that are just like labors of love and they don't do well. I'm like, oh my god. Like put a freaking camel in the thumbnail. People love the camel. Got the freaking camel. Time to start doing AI content? Oh man, maybe. Alright. So let's do this. Hold on. Honestly, I think the white text might be... I don't think I should get all of it. Hold on. Should I just get, like, stuff related to patch notes? No, kind of because of the orange in the background. That makes it harder to read. No, I think we just keep it white and black for the text. Give it a camel. Camel PNG. Why though, chat? Why though? Why a camel? The camel's too big. Why the camel? Alright, there you go. There's your camel for no particular reason. New layer. There we go. Alright. What's next? Put a heart on the char's mouth. Huh? A heart-shaped box of chocolates. PNG. Let's try this. That is not a PNG! Google, please! Oh my gosh. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Hold on. Good enough. All right. Have some candy. Shirtless Bram band. The camel needs a scarf. What? Scarf BNG. I have very violent thoughts about people who upload not PNGs and list them as PNGs, chat. Very violent thoughts. There. The camel has a scarf. I gotta put my dude in there somewhere so people know that it's that I made the video. He'll be on the camel. Alright. What if it's a PNG but it's deliberately has the background? That's even more wrong. Why would you do this? Make the char's eyes googly eyes or heart-shaped. No, I think it's important that this is clearly visible because this is new. I don't want to muck with that too much. Quality thumbnail art, click noise, nice. Nice guy, PNG. Nice guy, mean, PNG. Hold on. Where can we put this guy? Where does he go? Does right here coming out of the patch notes? Oh gosh, what? Oh gosh. Give me the eraser. Do this. Okay, that's better. He's just gonna be hiding in the background, that's fine. Okay, there we go. Oh no, there's still crap at the top. No, wrong layer! Wrong layer! Okay. Alright, any other stupid ideas? I kind of want to know what's on the can you handle owls layer. Oh, that was from the storytime video recently. Where, hang on a second. One sec. That was from this thumbnail. The wildest job offer I ever received. Can you handle owls? You should go watch that video. It was a good video. My enemy is screaming in agony at a crying Statue of Liberty. What? Alright, I'm gonna Google that. If I can't find one, I'm not putting an extra effort on that one. There's actually a lot of options here. Dude, these actually make me kind of sad. No, you made me sad. I'm not using that. We need the blowy kiss emote somewhere in there. Can you add an owl? Add a Panzer tank from World War II. We're looking for owls. Owl PNG. Oh my god. Here, he's gonna be, hold on a second. Where's the eraser? Why is this not working? It's a new layer. Alright. He's behind the Choya. Alright, there we go. We need to accept a new user group to log in. What's in it? I don't know. They probably took my soul or something. Honestly, watching you do all this, recording the content, creating the thumbnail is awesome. It's encouraging me more to start stuff on YouTube. I'm lucky you guys are entertained by this because it saves me a lot of time off stream from doing it. Alright, that's enough random crap. Alright, let me save it. Okay, has Twitch finished making the video? F5. Yes. Alright, and download. And see this? I wrote 2-11-25 just to make the Europeans really upset. Alright, waiting on that to download. We need a dance moment after this. The rest of the world upset? True. But I will say, because of Guild Wars 2 and where its servers are located, most of the people I talk to are either in the Americas or the Europes. Most of them. Year, month, day for the win. Honestly, that makes way more sense. It's just not what everyone around me uses. Alright, hang on. Let me do this. Go to my downloads folder. Go to the YouTubes, upload video, and go here. Alright, it is uploading. Okay. And for some insane reason, this is what it starts with as the file name. Alright, export this. Thumbnails. Guild Wars 2, news 2-11-25. Okay, and then back over to this one, and reuse details, search for news, and just copy that one, and then we'll make changes. All right. February 11th, and new patch changes, upcoming patch notes, patch details, and more. 11th? Yeah, 11th. The veterans of this channel will know. Veterans will know. So the idea is, if I put in a really stupid mistake that has like no actual meaning or effect on anything, tons of people will comment on that mistake. Like, you idiot! It's not 11th! What are you talking about? And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna make the YouTube algorithm go, wow, a lot of people are commenting on this video. Must be a banger. That's right, I'm tricking you. I'm tricking you into pointing out the 11th and complimenting the camels. It's all a trap. Close the owl tab, close the camel tab, close the scarf tab, close the nice tab. You're scamming me? Very. Alright, where is... Hold on a second. Where's all the... Ah! Okay. Alright, so... Let's see. Where is it? Copy link. Alright, related links. There's that one. And there's that one. And there's that one. And there's that one. It drives me absolutely bonkers when I'm playing a different game and I look at a content creator for that game and they've got like a news video. I'm like, oh man, this guy talks so slow. Where did he get this information? And he doesn't have a link to the source. And I'm just like, bah! So I vow to never be that person. Okay.
Happy 11th.
11th! Yes! My favorite day. Alright, thumbnail. There's too much stuff in this folder. It's taking... I gotta wait for it to organize. So far we like changes from patch people cooking for Ellie, and it looks like Dagger might be meta defining. Nice. There it is. All right. Yes, very trustworthy. Wait, why is there a Halloween tag in there? I'm gonna take that one out. I don't know why that auto-populated. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Alright. What's up, Mug? What's up, Galaxy? We're just making a news video for Guild Wars 2 right now. Alright, so then we go back here. And then we need to add the little end card thing. End screen. Import from other video. News. That one. There we go. Hey, Mug, any plans for gameplay today? My plan was to make my third Klob Jarney legendary spear. And I accomplished that plan. It's done. So now, I'm just kind of winging it. Let's see. Alright, so I think this link will not work yet. Yeah, processing. Okay, we gotta give that a minute. So we're just gonna give that a minute here. What's the next thing? Yes, that sounds great. I'm definitely interested with the general times of day. If that's the case, I prefer a time after next week's 24th or later weeks. Since there'll be some work on our network, you don't have to do any connection. 25th, 28th, for example, would work well for us. 25th and 28th. What days are that? Cheeseburgers. Hang on just a second. There is a group of people that want to teach me challenge mode Ceres. And I told them it sounds fun. And we're talking time frames. Tuesday, 1300 EST. Um, 1300, wait, 1 p.m. EST? Friday, 1 p.m. EST. Those times aren't really great, no, but laugh out loud. But if it works great for the other 9 people, I will shift my schedule around that day to focus on this. So you can go ahead and inquire about those times with the others. Okay, where's my panzer tank? You don't need a panzer tank next to the camel and the frickin' owl. You don't need it. Okay, next thing. I need a bug. Contact at. Wait, what is the name of this company? Hold on. Makeship. Okay. Okay. I've mentioned this to you guys before. I'm in the process of seeing, just because I think it'd be a fun enterprise, making a plushie of this cute little guy right here. And it's tricky because he's based on my Guild Wars 2 character, but like I don't have permission from Guild Wars 2 to say like Asura plushie, right? Not that they invented the word Asura anyway, but you know. And so I gotta get permission from them. And they actually were fine with it. I mean, it took them freaking 3 months to respond, but they sent me a contract that gives me permission, but it's super vague. And so I was like, can I get some clarification on A, B, C, and D? And now I'm afraid I'm gonna have to wait like another 3 months. Because I've already made a contact at Makeship about making the plushie, but I gotta make sure everything is squared away with ArenaNet, so it's just, I don't want to burn a bridge with them. And I could just say like, you know, now selling plushie of this legally distinct, cute little goblin-shaped creature with big hat. You know, I could just do that if I have to, but I don't know. I'm trying to find out. So I've got a conversation with ArenaNet where they're very nice, but they take a very long time to respond, and a conversation with Makeship, who's very quick to respond, but we can't do anything until I hear back from ArenaNet. Legally distinct rat, go to your room. If you make a plushie, I will buy it. What price do you think it's gonna be? Hold on. Let me go back to the Makeship thing, because he told me. I will check. Okay, so the way that Makeshift does it is they run a 10-day petition, and the goal is to get 200 individual people to pledge $2. So 200 separate people pledging $2 each. If it is successful, then they make it. And then they run a thing for 1.5 to 3 months, depending on whatever I choose. And the price of the plushie would be $30. And people that pledge $2, that $2 goes toward that $30. So they could then get a plushie for $28 if they wish. So $30 is the full price. And 90% of that cost is production. So there's very little of that is like profit. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not doing this to pay bills or anything. I just think it'd be fun. I want one for myself. But they size it to be $30. And the company that let me see. Okay. So this is like another creators thing they sent me as an example. They basically will like draw up something like this and they say, would you like this? And if it gets enough supporters, then they make it. So that's the kind of thing. But definitely you guys will hear from, because I'm going to be really excited about, like, I want one. I would love to go to like a Guild Wars 2 con or something like that and like have the wizard hat on and have him sitting on top just so people know who I am. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, it's something I've wanted to do for a while as a fun thing. It's kind of like the merch and stuff, right? Like this one's a little faded, but I'm wearing like a Mukluk t-shirt right now. I make almost nothing off those. If you do exclamation merch, we got some very comfortable blankies. We got some shirts and stickers and stuff like that. But like, I make pennies off of those. It all goes to production pretty much. It's just fun stuff. That's all. Okay, let's check this video again and see if it's done processing. All right, hello, yes, it is. All right, and then go here. That is all the news. That's it. Okay, cool. So now what I'm gonna do is let's see, I'm just gonna do /pin today's new Guild Wars 2 changes. Boop, there's that, and you guys can go there and post about whatever you want. Hello! We had those delicious leftovers from last night. I thought you'd be bringing those.
I thought you might want to have those for dinner.
I'm fine with it. I appreciate you bringing me anything. I'm just surprised.
Besides,
You subverted expectations.
Besides, I didn't know if you or Gabe had dibs on those.
You know what? I'm calling dibs on those. Gabe can eat cat food. It's fine. Anyway, all right. Let's see. For legal reasons, chat, that was a joke. He is not allowed to eat the cat food. That's chips. Let's see. Replace pin message. All right, and manual pin on stream. Okay, there we go. Okay, so and then we make this video public. Hi, medium muck. Gabe's at school. That was my wife. My wife. Okay, so we had dinner last night, obviously, and there was leftovers, and it was a delicious meal. And I was looking forward to those leftovers, and she brought me a sandwich for lunch. Totally fine with that. I welcomed the sandwich. She was just like, "Hey, have some food," and I'm like, "That's awesome." But I expected the leftovers, so I was surprised because usually I am this house's garbage disposal because I don't like food getting wasted, and so I end up eating leftovers while everyone else is having new stuff quite often. But this time I was looking forward to it, and I was just like, wait, what the heck? Where is it? And she's like, that's your dinner. And I'm like, fine. Muck, anything planned for TwitchCon? I've never been to a TwitchCon. I don't even know where the next TwitchCon is. Alright, let me see. TwitchCon location. Next TwitchCon? May 31st. Where is it? May 30th to June 1st, Rotterdam, Europe. And then October, San Diego. Those are almost equally distant from me. Those are both so far. I'm on the East Coast of the United States. One of them's across an ocean, and the other's on the other side of the United States. Are you gonna try out Buffed Ranger Spear? Yeah, I took. Right. Great opportunity to meet Lorenity. Oh, yeah. It would be fun to meet a lot of other big Guild Wars 2 people in person. I've never gone to any of that stuff. You're EU? No. Hang on. Map of Earth. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Here's a map of Earth, okay? I'm right there. I'm Eastern United States. I'm down here near the Dingle Dangle. I'm right there. And one of the Twitch cons is over here somewhere. And one of them's like over here. Dangerously close to being a Florida man. I was born in Florida, but I didn't live there very long. All right.
Hi there. Use the console to begin combat testing. If you have any inquiries, come speak to me.
All right. Chat, I'm going to make this as simple as possible. I'm going to take my current quickness untamed, and I'm going to wail on this thing for a minute or two and do my best. And then I'm going to swap out the hammer for the spear and try the same thing, and we're going to see how the damage looks. All right. I forgot food buff, that's fine. I'll do the next test without it too. Alright, so we're kind of hanging out at 27k right now, while keeping up the boons. 26. Alright, so 26 to 27k while keeping the boons up. Alright. Let's say 26.5. Okay. Let's see. This is Force Impact Berserker. Okay. Alright. So, now I gotta remember how to do this. So, let's see. The main thing is the 2 does double damage, more than double damage if you're stealth. So if you do 5-2, that adds a lot of damage. 5-3 does not add nearly as much, and 5-4 does not add nearly as much. So all of the stealths should go into the 2. Is Muck making a build guide? No. I'm trying out the spear after the patch. All right, so chat, I don't have the muscle memory with spear that I do with hammer, so I might make mistakes here, but we'll do our best here. All right. Oh, my auto attack turned off there for a second. Hi, Muck. Hi, Spooky. Oh, I hit a wrong button there. Well, we're about the same. So, before the patch, Spear was definitely worse than Hammer. It, like, noticeably, it was thousands of DPS worse. I'm doing about the same. Now, granted, I've got more muscle memory on Hammer, and I'm a little worse with Spear, but it's coming out to be about even. Now, typically, just a second here. For Ranger, for power, Sword Axe is usually the best, but I don't enjoy playing it. And it feels very clunky, and there's a lot of things that lock you in animations. Hammer is a little less, but more mobility. Doesn't lock you in place. Gives you stability while doing the big hits, and has more CC. Spear has some mobility with this. It also has ranged attacks. When you're not able to get in range of the target, you can throw it as a ranger. 0 CC. So we're losing CC with this. No way Hammer is more mobility. Alright. Let me rephrase that to try to get you to understand what I mean by that, okay? I understand your doubt. Give me just a second. Alright. So, with Hammer, let's say if I do... One second. Where's Bolt? There's bolts. And there's an axe. It doesn't matter which one. I just need the abilities. Alright. So, if I'm on the golem, if I press 2, I cannot move my character while that's going. Look, I'm trying to constantly wiggle. 3, I cannot move my character until that's over. Okay? 5, if I have to move at all, it interrupts the 5. The 2, 3, and 5, you lose control of your character, or you are severely punished if you get bumped, booped, pulled, yanked in any way. You are severely punished, and you cannot control your character to move out of stuff during 3 of your 5 abilities. Alright? That's what I mean by that. What you probably think of when you hear mobility is the ability to move from A to B, which is like this. Okay? Now, Sword Axe has those 2 little hops that I just showed. That's what that has. Hammer has 1 big hop, which you just saw right there. Okay? Now, the 1 big hop is shorter than the 2 little hops combined, but it does have a mobile option. Plus, when it's doing its biggest damage thing, you can move, and you have it gives you stability. It gives you 2 stability while you're doing it. So while you are doing that spin, you have stability, and you can still move around the room and get out of red circles. Sword Axe, it doesn't give you stability, and you can't move. So, in my opinion, feels way worse to play. So, that's how I feel about it. Now, the spear, going back to the topic that we're actually on. The spear, you do have the little hop thing. It has the ranged attack. I would say the rotation feels clunkier because whenever you do the stealth attack, you turn your attack off, and you gotta tap 1 periodically to turn your attack back on. But it's all right now. I would say it's optional. So like if I was doing a boss fight where we occasionally were out of attack range, the spear probably be better than the hammer. Because I could keep throwing spears with the ranged option at that time. It's good to know. Especially if I'm going to be doing the Ceres thing soon. Good to know. There's a possibility that that could be useful. Fractals Mirage, what's the best way to get started? I don't want to disappoint. I'm afraid of messing up. I mean, you could be like a League player, just scream at other people when they mess up and just deny your own mistakes. Best way to get started in fractals. If you do exclamation fractals, you will find a guide that I've made for all the different fractals, or guides, if you are interested in that. I would say, with anything in the game, you can learn your character or you can learn the fight. You can't learn both at the same time. So know how to play your character already before you go in there so that you don't have to like stare at your buttons down at the bottom the whole time. And you can focus more of your brain power on what's going on around you. And that's true for strikes, fractals, raids, anything. And then once you're in there, just with any of the fractals, watch the video that I made for that. Like if it's one of the original fractals, there's probably like a 30-second timestamp on the video where I covered every single fractal in the game. Just watch that section and you'll be ready in less than 60 seconds. Sword 3 is an evade at least. The other two, it can hurt. CC on stealth buff. Yeah. Yeah, it's 300. Yeah, you're right. There's 300 CC if you do 5 and then 4, but that's quite a few seconds of not attacking. So even if it does same damage as hammer, I don't know that that I like this more to like use this all the time, but it's an option. 5 to 5 is a damage skill. That is true. Here's the thing though. Let's just look at the tooltip damage, right? This goes from 3k to 7,200 with stealth. Okay? So that's a gain of 3,800. No, wait, sorry, math. That's a gain of 4,200. This one, when you use the stealth, is a gain of 1k. This one, when you use stealth, is a gain of 1k and some CC. And this one, when you use stealth and then just use it, it does 3k. So, assuming that your stealth, going into stealth, is a currency, the thing that you spend it on that provides the most damage is the 2. Which is that. It does swipe, swipe, and then like a forward bite thing. So the 2, like if you're just converting stealth charges into damage, just for the sake of damage, it's the 2. Didn't 4 also say 20% more damage? Leap to target location. Deal increased damage to foes below 50% health. 20% increased damage on 4,800 is still not gonna compare to 7,200. So, yeah. I don't think that's going to keep up. Like, honestly, it might be better to just save that for when you need to do movement and not just burn it for damage. Just because, like, when you're doing that hop, you're not autoing for, like, you probably miss, like, 2 autos. And it's, I would imagine it's probably barely worth it. Oh, there's an evade on this. I didn't even realize that. There's a 3/4 of a second evade on this. That could be useful. Like when Ceres is doing his, like, big circles or something. How do I submit a game suggestion? Exclamation game rec, which I just did, pulled up a link. You can go there. And this is an awesome tool on our website where you can suggest games, or you can upvote games already suggested. And I will get to them at some point and try them out. And for example, when I tried Chrono Trigger or Cyberpunk, I only tried them because they were blasted all the way to the top of game suggestions. So if there's something you would like to see me play, you can put it there. Even if it's like a horror game and you want to see me suffer. Do you still ever play DPS Druid? Not really, because DPS Druid is like the... Druid is like the only class that if you're DPSing, you're not good at providing alacrity. Every other class can do DPS a lack except Druid, and I like providing buffs to my team and, you know, feeling kind of useful, and I don't feel that when I play that one. So, I don't really do that. I play Heal Druid sometimes, but DPS Druid, no. Not so much. Let's see. The question to myself now is, do I want to keep the spear in hand or go back to the hammer? You can try it for a little bit. See if I come to any more revelations trying it out. If you use Carnivore, trade for open worlds, 3.5k healing and damage. I don't know if Spear Unleashed does disable. Wait, what? What are we talking about? Thank you, I love your streams so far. I'm new to Guild Wars 2 and your video streams help me a lot. Sure. I mean, just to be clear, DPS Druid still works. It's not bad. I was just giving you my own personal enjoyment as an answer. I don't want people to be like, oh, here's a clip of Muk saying DPS Druid's terrible. What are you doing with your life? Like, oh my god, no. No, it's fine. That's the reason I don't play it. Oh, that's right. I forgot I effectively have 7 different legendary spear options right now. Just throw the prong at people. Muk hates animals. I mean, I did have to kill a lot of them to make this spear. Ceres isn't like any other fight except HTCM. There's a specific strat with a specific thing to do almost every moment of the 10-minute fight, unless people experiment. Yeah, I was talking to, the user's name is Coco. I was talking to Coco, and Coco was in the group that I joined. They were kind enough to let me join to learn the fights for Mount Balrior. And then I learned those, and then I made the guides for them. So they're all in those videos, and then I never went back. I have literally done Mount Balrior one time. I'd have to watch my own videos to remember some of the Greer stuff. And then she's like, hey, do you want to also learn some of these other things that you never made guides for? Like Sarah CM. And I was like, maybe? It depends. It depends on the details. You know, like, for example, if they were like, okay, you can join, but you have to play Virtuoso. Muck you! I'd rather just not do it. You know, stuff like that. So I was like, it depends. And we were talking about it. And I was like, you know, what do you need? She's like, well, for being new, I'd really recommend you not be one of the healers. And I was like, I don't really understand why, but okay. I was like, can I be a boon DPS? And she's like, usually we have 2 quick heralds, so you could take one of their spots, and they can roll a different class. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I play a lot of Quick Untamed. I'm good at that. I did not think your offer would require me to learn to play a different class. So, 1, I don't really want to, like, go learn to play Virtuoso to do this. That also makes the fight seem unapproachable to other people. 2, I don't want to just be dead weight, you know? I don't want you to be like, all right, guys, you know, Little Muk's here on his stupid Untamed. He's going to be very heavy, and we're going to carry him through this. He's going to be 1/3 of the damage of everybody else. Like, I don't want that either, okay? So, if I know I'm not dead weight, I'd rather play something I'm familiar with, either Druid or Scourge or, you know, Untamed, something like that. And so they're like, no, you wouldn't be dead weight. We're just trying to figure it out. She's like, there's some moments in the fight where you need to have like an invulnerability or perfect dodge. Do you have anything like that? And I was like, Untamed has a 3-second invuln with Perilous Gift, and that's not even with like Signet of Stone. That's another thing. And she's like, okay, then it should work. So yeah, I think we can make it work. I'm like, all right. So now we're figuring out like scheduling and stuff like that. I like how look at it. The spear goes into like a 3-prong when you swing it, and then back to 2. You don't need the invuln with the new strat even. I don't know any of the Sarah strats. I don't know what strat Coco wants to use besides that. Cool effect. Yeah, so basically, for anyone who doesn't know, when there's 6 graphics for Klob Jarney. The ones you're not using are behind you. And when you use any ability, one of them comes over and overlays onto your spear. So you can see from the collection which one is being used right then. Any recommendations for endgame elementalist subclasses? They're all solid. In my opinion, Tempest is a lot of fun and isn't terribly complicated. Catalyst and Weaver are terribly complicated. And in my opinion, they have to do 10 times the... Like, if you compare a DPS Weaver to, like, a DPS any engineer, the Weaver's having to click 10 times more buttons to do the same damage. So, I don't like that. Some people love the challenge, but if you are not, you know, interested in juggling Rubik's Cubes, you know, maybe do Tempest. That second of hesitation. I think it's very important when someone who has a big audience is giving information. I think it's very important that they make a clear distinction between this is a fact and this is my opinion. And it actually makes me really angry when people can't understand that. So I'm trying to make it clear to you, like, I don't enjoy playing Weaver or Catalyst. There are some that do, but they are having to put in more work than their peers. With the Greer fight, typically you have 2 revs now, spamming Ventari, running bubbles. Catalyst isn't complicated. All you have to do more than average LE is cast 1 AoE. Oh, that's good. I love playing Weaver, but it definitely feels a bit like a masochistic class. There you go. Is there a guide somewhere to run around and get all the ranger pets? Yeah, if you do, let me see. I'm trying to remember my command. I've got like 300 commands. Is it pets? Yes. So that's a guide I did to all ranger pets. They've added a couple since then, and I've made separate videos for those. But yeah, you can use that to find pretty much all of them. Okay. Let's see, what now? I would say start with Toast. This is the easiest one to catch up with, then try the other 2, Weaver, Catalyst, and decide. Are you still gonna do the convergence? It's getting late. Yeah, I did promise I would do that. I can do that. I could try the spear in there. After that, it'll be close to ending time. I think you're being ignored on purpose at this point, Bananas. Oh, I've got him blocked. No, I'm just kidding. He's probably talking about Spider-Man or something. What's going on? He spammed my mailing address. You have mail? Yeah, I mean, it's every day of the week. Sir Gluck of Gluckly. Don't forget about the edge. Ooh. Are these... I assume these are for the giveaway tonight? Alright, thank you. Oh, there's another one. I heard this helps Spear do more damage. Ooh, woo. Thank you. Appreciate the Valentine's heart stuff. Oh god, I've got a lot of mail here. What's going on? Thank you so much. Yep. Meat for good luck? What? Wait. What? It's nothing, chat. Don't worry about it. Hold on. What was that? Dear Mark, I've been following your stream for about a year. I'm patron and stay mostly in the background, speaking little. I wanted you to know I've enjoyed your streams. I'm really enjoying the game you're on now. Wasn't sure in the beginning, but it hooked me. I'm in endgame joy now. I've completed everything I wanted. For example, my legendary is completed. I play a lot and have lots of gold to spend. I figure I could donate items to you and your followers can get the goodies. Yo, that's huge. Yo, Twilight for the giveaway vault. Oh man, we gotta find a special day for that. Thank you. That is extremely generous. Journous. That is very journous. And then this guy. Thank you. All right, is that everyone? Yes. Okay, I'll need to move that stuff to the vault later. I'm not gonna put it in my bag right now because I might misclick it. Okay. All right. As I promised. Okay, I'm making a squad on EU. If anybody wants to join, I am going to do a convergence. I will lead a convergence. I'll pay to open it so we can get in right away. Zonic says, I want to break some stereotypes. No, I can't jump. Sorry. What? Playing any spec, Ellie can be easy, but that depends from weapon and DPS you want to make. That applies to any other class to be fair. Mostly it's just if I like the feeling of that spec and that's all. Easy Weaver build with air fire as well. You can play some crazy builds like Condi, Tempest with pistol, or Curse Sword, Decataso. Okay. Alright. Well, maybe my Ellie info is out of date. All right, and let's see. Going to go into the group finder. Soto. Let's see, Skywatch. No, what am I doing? Janthier, Convergence. Private Convergence. All welcome. You know what I should do? Hang on. I'm gonna run over and get the that achievement to like beat a number of convergences again for my 4th Klob journey. And then I'm going to have that going in there while people are filling up. Mug is scared of playing Ellie. I tried videos for literally every single class, okay? I am telling you my thoughts after trying them. Now, just because of the flexibility of Guild Wars 2, there are builds for every class that I've not played. Syrah says, is there a way to hide Spear 5 for Ellie? It's hiding enemy AoEs. Ellie's? Now's your time to shine. Come on, you Ellie's, you've been telling me how great Ellie is and that I'm wrong. Please tell this person how to hide their Spear 5. Equip Hammer. Oh my gosh. Muck, can you link a power build I can use in PvE for Ranger? I'm just playing Quick Power Untamed right now. But if you want it, let me see. All right. Move down here to another group. All right. If you provide quickness, please move yourself to another party. With consistent mindfulness meditation, you can learn to simply not see the etching in your mind's eye, thus revealing the underlying mechanics. What the hell is that? Have you seen the new Season 2 stuff on WoW Retail? It comes out March 4th. It looks amazing. No. And I'm confused by this season. WoW's 20 years old. They're only on Season 2? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. You confuse me. If you provide alacrity, please pair up with a quickness person. Each X-Pack has seasons. That's weird. Season 1 was 20 years ago. I know, it was a 19-year-long season. What the hell? You want EU right now? Yes. We have healthcare. All right. Pure DPS, please fill in the remaining spots in groups. Up to 5 each. All right. We got enough to go. There's still more room, though, if anyone else wants to get in here and mooch. Are you on EU today? I'm on EU currently. I'll be on NA later. But I'm on EU until the end of this. Alright, I'm gonna start just moving people from group 1 into the other groups. Because they're not listening. Alright, starting it. Are you an NA? I will be later. I'm not now. Mux EU alt account. I don't have an EU alt account. It's the same account. I just server swap back and forth. ArenaNet allows me to server swap without paying gems, so you're always seeing my main account. Mike, did you finish Mass Effect 1? Yeah, but it was one of those situations where it was just kind of whatever, so I just blasted through the main story. I feel like if I had played it 10 years earlier, I might have enjoyed it more. But it was pretty archaic when I got to it. Mike, can you show us your graphics settings? Yeah, just take a screenshot if you would. So I don't have to keep this open.
Ugh, boring.
Yeah, when do we get to the exciting part?
All in good time, young ones. Our distant memory was glad to have the Wayfinder's assistance. And with that, they began their trek into the mountain to deliver their precious cargo. Suddenly, an ambush!
An ambush!
The Doliacs, with the path now clear, the Doliac was free to continue up the trail.
One of the people on Snowcrow has been testing Fresh Air Staff Tempest. We got 38 to 36 KDPS on Staff on Ellie. Nice! Staff's always been the most fun weapon on Ellie IMO. I see Rocky DPS utilities. In case we need a stun break, what utility would you drop for it? Probably Frost Trap. Frost Trap is just a very small amount of additional damage. Storm Spirit is huge CC. It hits twice with this build, so it does 400 CC, and Signet is just constant damage boost. Alright, the following are for after you get supply sleds. Group 2 go west, Group 3 go east. Group 4 go to Mall. Group 5 go to Cavern. Group 6 go all the way to Northern Point. Group 7 keep this camp alive. Everyone else, help anywhere you can. Alright, there we go. That should be enough to get this done. As long as everyone does that, we should be good. Group 9 is day off. No, Group 9 is help anywhere you can. Hey, Mike, started playing yours a few weeks ago and learned a lot from your YouTube. Oh, that's awesome. I hope you enjoy it.
As our intrepid band of heroes set up camp, an Astral Ward lieutenant approached the Wayfinder. Her name was Visha Foeraiser.
Does Magic Find help with loot at the end of the Convergence? Not that I know of. If it does, I haven't heard of that.
You there! Stop dawdling and make yourself useful!
She was rather rude.
Love the stream, good to be here. Thank you. Someone said they've always hated Staff Alley. as a support enjoyer, I've always loved the healing rain skill on water staff because it's kind of like Ranger healing spring, but you can throw it way over there, you know?
As the Wayfinder began running essence from the newly constructed thumper back to camp, Titan spawn waited in the shadows for the perfect moment to strike.
Look out, Wayfinder! They're gonna attack your new thumper!
I keep making small mistakes with the spear buttons. I'm trying to get used to it in case I ever need to do this again. The range of the spear ambush is larger than it looks. Like, it looks like a little cone in front of you, but then I see damage numbers pretty far out.
Packs of Titan spawn patrol the mountain diligently.
They're not so tough. The Wayfinder can handle that.
On their own, perhaps, yes. But if allowed to grow in number, they could overwhelm the camp. Potentially very troublesome.
Got a patrol event coming over toward the western node where I'm at right now. The people that are with me, heads up. I think this is the one where you need to treat every red circle like it's going to kill you, because it's going to kill you. Oh my gosh. This thing. Oh, this thing is so annoying. Okay. Okay, alright. Now we go help the others. Slavey time, see you later. See you, Crimson. Oh no.
Visha checked the Central Thumper's readings.
That's odd.
Something was clearly stealing magic from it. But what? The Wayfinder's journeykin anxiously sniffed about. Perhaps it sensed something.
Does Muato Lento play Guild Wars 2, or is he still too busy trying to jump puzzles in FF14? Muato Lento. Wait, what? I haven't heard that name in a long time. Tsunayo. What name do I know you as? Because it ain't Tsunayo. This guy just name dropped someone I rated with like 20 years ago, chat. Oh my gosh, what? That wall like spawned on top of me. His Wraith Blade. Oh, what's up, dude? The Resto Warrior. Hope you're doing good. Dude, freaking Muato Lento. Oh my god. Chat, little story for you guys. This dude, I think I met him. I was like maybe 20 playing WoW, and I think this guy was probably like 16 or something. And the day I met him, the first time I grew to them, I thought this was the worst druid I'd ever seen in my life. And it turned out he had taken too much asthma medication, and he was a bit loopy. And I just remembered, this sentence burned into my mind. He joins the group, and he said, you get 2 priests as 1 show do. And we're like, what? And he says, you get 2 priests as 1 show do. And then we had to decipher that, and like, we had 2 priests in the group, and I think he was asking if one was Shadow, but just the way he said it just burned into my memory, and it just permanently saved. And then, like, dude, I remember this first group, we were in Razorfin Crawl or Razorfin Downs, I'm not sure which one, but at one point he was like, I'm tank now, and he went bear and started taunting and almost died. And then he's like, I don't want to be tank anymore, and he went cat, and we had like, move things around to let him be tank. We're like, what the hell is this guy doing? And then like later on, he would like joined our guilds, and then there was one time that he was like messaging us on like the equivalent of Discord at the time. It wasn't Discord, but it doesn't matter. And he was like, I has to go my dad trash check every 10 minutes, and if he find me, you could say goodbye tank. Like, what? And it turns out he wasn't supposed to be awake, and his dad was checking his room periodically, and if his dad found him awake playing games, he was gonna be in trouble. But trash check, T-R-A-J check, became something that we talked about for ages. But yeah, it was just like, the first 24, 48 hours I knew this guy, it was just like, dude, this guy is damaged. And then, like, I guess it wore off, and he became somewhat normal, and he was like our main tank for years after that. But he was the worst first impression I've ever seen. You get Toe Priest as one Shodu. Yeah, so I mean, if he's in a freaking adult now, I mean, he's probably like in his like 30s. But yeah, I just met the worst version of him. And then someone in chat just name dropped him. Alright, where are we on progress? There's some event going on way over on the western side. Turn in Essence if you're carrying any. Just need to get the Thumper a little bit more. Being a kid, who wants that? Dude, yeah. Why is he a resto warrior? It was kind of an inside joke that went for a long time. Like, we were in a Molten Core raid, and it was, at the time, you know, dude, no one knew anything about Molten Core. It was freaking terrifying. And it took 40 people, and it was like, we joined this group of a bunch of small guilds that banded together to run Molten Core. And there was some fight where I was playing, I think, Enhancement Shaman, and I lived with like 5 health. It was some trash mob, you guys. It was like a Rager or a Surger or a Core Hound or something. I lived with like 5 hit points. And the last thing in the combat log was that this warrior in our group, Wraithblade, he had this sword, I think from Blackrock something, that does like random crap when it procs. And it had procced and healed me. It had given me, it had done like an AoE heal around him, and it had hit me. And because of that heal, I had survived that trash pull. And so kind of as like a running joke, I called him like, and he welcomed it, he thought it was funny, but I called him the Resto Warrior for years after that. So that's it, that's how it started. Wow, I was full health. Oh, he has a, oh, okay, Desi has a buff, that's why. I was like, why did I just get one shot? Oh god, this guy.
Who shall I strike down first?
As the wayfinder reached the top of the mountain, a ghostly image of distant memory appeared. In the focused mind, he channeled his energies, forming a link between the mountain top and the camp.
Distant memory is so strong.
That he was, young cub.
You had essences? Yeah, but I was management. Also, I was telling you guys a story about a Resto Warrior. I was busy.
We always rise, and you will always fail. Yeah. There, she ran away.
Crap's AoE does CC, immune for 80% of the fight, unreasonable damage, Decimo's a willbender.
Was hot on her trail. With the help of their faithful journeykin.
How do you deal with days you don't feel like going to work? Alright, so first of all, I play video games for a living now, so I'm just going to answer you from when I worked in tech support. And I hated my job, because I'm assuming that's where you want an answer. I had to just kind of deal with it. I mean, like, yeah, like, I really don't want to go to work, but I need money to buy food and pay rent, so I guess I've got to get out of bed, you know? Had to drink a cup and get over it. But at the same time, I was polishing my resume and looking for something else to do. Yeah, I mean, don't sacrifice a job you've got if you don't have something else lined up. That doesn't mean you can't take days off. Like, if you need to take a sick day and just you don't need to tell them details. You can just say, look, I'm really not feeling well, and then you can just like take a day to kind of recharge. Like, you can do that on occasion. But yeah. Oof, I tried to give myself stability, but I was a second off. I was like, I'm just gonna stand in this and stab myself. Nope. Did you ever finish Dead Cells? No, I don't think I ever... I mean, I played it a lot and had a lot of fun. I don't think I ever did a run where I cleared the whole thing, though. But I always played it with chat integration, and chat was always just kicking my butt. Chat can be, big bullies. Okay. Sniff. Slander. Smashy. Some of the worst people that bully me every Monday use the emote that you just used when you said slander. I know that you are part of the problem, not part of the solution. Chat pays to bully you, that ain't bad. Yeah, I mean... That's why I said when I was given the answer about hating my job, I was not talking about when I got to play video games for a living. I always wanted to ask, did you ever try FF14? I did. I played it for about 10 hours on a weekend. I tried it. The TLDR is it didn't hook me, so I didn't keep playing it. The current expansion ain't that hot. The current expansion of what? FF14 or Guild Wars 2? There's a few conversations going on right now. FF14, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know anything about... The only thing I know about FF14 is when I tried it, I was like, alright, I'm gonna start at level 1. And people are like, no, start it... Oh god, AoE res. They'll be like, no, start at Heaven's Dagger, or Shadow's Poo-Poo, the base game sucks. And I'm like, dude, you're trying to get me to play your game, and you're saying the base game sucks. I don't want to skip content. And then I played the base game, and it sucks. So maybe I should have played Heaven's Knife, or whatever. I don't know. Shadows Poo-Poo. I just remembered it was Shadows something. I couldn't remember what they were with. Alright. Sniff. How would you rate Dead Cells in terms of difficulty versus other roguelikes? Challenging but fair. It was a game that, despite the fact that I never beat it, I got a lot of enjoyment out of it. You know another game that I never beat that I got a lot of enjoyment out of? Darkest Dungeon 1. I beat Darkest Dungeon 2. Darkest Dungeon, the first one though, incredibly difficult, very challenging, never beat it, but still. I think we took a wrong turn. This is blind leading the blind. I followed the wrong people. When are you gonna beat Witcher 3 Blood and Wine? Sometime after Spider-Man, probably. I love you, Mug, but since you didn't give me dance time, I'm sadly gonna have to turn your volume all the way down and blast my own music. Dance time? Do you mean the dancing meme video? Is that what you're talking about? What do you mean? The dancing in the moonlight. Mug no more hammer. They buffed Spear today. I'm just trying it out. Seeing how it feels. So I'm doing Mace Spear at the moment. It's alright.
Transferring to thanatology. Get back!
Play the ad. Let me finish this. He refuses to let us hear it. Let me finish the fight! She's at 5%!
We always rise, and you will always fail!
There we go. GG! Well done.
The Titan ran
Well done, all.
and roared in pain.
Okay.
She was defeated.
Let's see. Doesn't really start getting good until Heaven's Sword, to be fair. Surprised people suggested skipping base game. Well, they did suggest it, but I didn't do that. I played the base game. I like finished the first few newbie zones, and then I just got bored and stopped. How would you, let's see, Dead Cells. So yeah, Dead Cells, challenging. Now, I play it with Twitch integration. You know, as a content creator, you could obviously probably play it without that. Yeah, challenging, but fun. It's the kind of thing where, like, as you do runs and you find items for the first time, you unlock them, and then they become an option on future runs and stuff like that. And so you can definitely, like, favor certain playstyles and things like that.
As one, when we all work together, the mountains shake